The divorce papers were already printed when she asked me to zip up her dress. That's the detail I keep coming back to. Not the cheating, I'd known about that for weeks. Not the humiliation that had been happening in slow motion for months. But the timing, the precision of it. How I'd sat at my desk that Tuesday afternoon, formatted the documents, printed them on premium stock paper, and placed them in a manila folder on our kitchen table before she even came home. While she was upstairs doing her makeup, singing along to something vapid on Spotify. "Can you help me with this?" she called from the bedroom. I climbed the stairs. She stood in front of the full-length mirror, wearing a black dress I'd never seen before. Tight, expensive, the kind of thing you don't wear to have drinks with girlfriends. "Thanks," she said as I pulled the zipper up. She didn't look at me, just kept applying mascara, her face 6 inches from the glass. "Where are you going?" I asked. I already knew. I'd known since she'd made the reservation 3 days ago. I'd seen the calendar notification pop up on her laptop while she was in the shower. Vertigo Lounge, 9 p.m., table for 4. "Just meeting some people from work," she said. "New client thing. Probably be late." "On a Thursday?" "Marketing doesn't follow a 9-to-5 schedule, Tom. You know that." Tom. Not honey, not babe, just Tom. Like I was someone she'd just met at a conference. I watched her apply lipstick. Red, not the subtle pink she usually wore. Everything about her tonight screamed intention. The perfume was different too. Something with vanilla and something darker. Something chosen for someone else's nose. "I'll probably crash at Dana's after," she added. "The place is way across town." Dana. The best friend. The alibi factory. I'd met Dana exactly twice in 5 years. Both times, she'd looked at me like I was a piece of furniture. "Sure," I said. "Drive safe." She smiled at her reflection, not at me. I went back downstairs and sat in the living room with a book I wasn't reading. The house felt enormous and empty even with both of us in it. That's what happens when someone stops seeing you. You become negative space. A gap where a person used to be. At 8:45, she came down. The dress looked even better under our living room lights. I wondered if she'd practiced this entrance, if she'd imagined someone else watching her descend these stairs. "How do I look?" she asked. It was a test. We both knew it. "Beautiful," I said. She grabbed her purse. Keys jingled. The door opened. "Don't wait up," she said. Then she was gone. I sat there for exactly 3 minutes, and then I got up, walked to the kitchen, and looked at the manila folder on the table. Everything was ready. Bank statements, property deeds, the mortgage paperwork, phone records, the legitimate ones, the ones that showed billing addresses and registered devices. I hadn't hacked anything, hadn't hired a private investigator, hadn't done anything illegal. I just paid attention. That's what people don't understand about infidelity. It's not invisible, it's just that most people don't want to see it. They train themselves to ignore the small gaps in logic. The inconsistencies, the new passwords, the sudden interest in the gym, the phone that's always face down now. I'd spent 15 years as a logistics coordinator for a regional shipping company. My entire job was finding gaps, planning routes, anticipating delays, reading patterns, understanding that when something doesn't make sense on paper, it doesn't make sense in reality either. When your wife starts leaving for work 30 minutes earlier than her schedule requires, something has changed. When she stops asking about your day, something has shifted. When she says she's at the gym, but her activity tracker shows she's been stationary for 2 hours, someone else is involved. I poured myself a whiskey, sat back down, opened my laptop. The logistics of this evening were simple. Vertigo Lounge was a 30-minute drive from our house. She'd be there by 9:15. She'd stay until at least midnight. That was the pattern. Thursday nights were always long. She'd come home around 1 a.m., smelling like cigarette smoke she'd never actually inhaled herself, and wine she'd barely touched. I opened a browser window and pulled up my work schedule. Tomorrow, I had a site inspection at a warehouse complex near the airport. Routine. But it gave me access to something useful, the building's security system contractor. Same company that handled half the commercial properties in the city, including Vertigo Lounge. I wasn't going to hack anything, I was just going to ask questions. My phone buzzed. A text from her. Got here safe. Love you. Love you. 2 words that meant less than nothing. I typed back, have fun. Then I finished my drink, stood up, grabbed my jacket, and walked out to my car. Vertigo Lounge sat on the corner of 5th and Morrison, all glass walls and purple LED lighting. The kind of place that charged $18 for a cocktail and had a dress code that made middle-aged men look like they were trying too hard. I parked 2 blocks away, walked slowly. Thursday night foot traffic was heavy enough that I didn't stand out. Just another guy in dark jeans and a jacket, hands in pockets. Not quite young enough to fit in, but not so old that anyone would remember me. The bouncer at the door was checking IDs. I kept walking, circled the block. Came around to the side street where the valet station was set up. 3 cars waiting, a red BMW, a Tesla, a Mercedes SUV. The valets were young kids, probably college students working for tips. One of them was on his phone. The other was chatting with a woman in a fur coat. I approached slowly. "Excuse me," I said to the kid on his phone. "I'm supposed to meet someone here. Woman in a black dress, dark hair. She drive a white Lexus." He looked up. Barely. "Yeah, she's inside. Got here like 20 minutes ago." "Great," I said. "Thanks." That was it. No suspicion, no questions, just a kid confirming what I already knew. I walked back to my car, sat in the driver's seat, stared at the steering wheel. Here's what I knew. She'd been coming here every Thursday for 6 weeks. The valet recognized her car. The bartenders knew her by name. I'd called last week pretending to ask about a lost credit card, and they'd said, "Oh yeah, Melissa. She's a regular. Thursday nights. She wasn't meeting clients, she was meeting someone." I'd spent 2 weeks narrowing down who. Dana, the so-called best friend, had posted an Instagram story 3 Thursdays ago, a group photo at some wine bar across town. Melissa was in it. That meant she wasn't always at Vertigo, which meant Dana was covering for her sometimes, creating alibi content. But 2 weeks ago, Dana had posted from her own apartment, a book club photo with timestamps. Meanwhile, Melissa's location services, the ones she'd forgotten were linked to our shared Apple account for Find My iPhone, showed her at Vertigo, so Dana didn't always know. Or she did know, and she was just bad at maintaining consistent lies. Either way, it didn't matter. What mattered was the man. I'd only seen him once, 1 week ago. I'd driven past Vertigo around 11 p.m. just to confirm my theory. She'd been outside, smoking, something she'd supposedly stopped 2 years ago, standing next to a tall guy in an expensive suit. Dark hair, fit. The kind of guy who spends 2 hours a day at the gym and talks about his macros. They weren't touching, but they didn't need to. The space between them was too small, too familiar. I'd driven home that night and printed the divorce papers. I got home at 10:30. The house was silent. I turned on a single lamp in the living room and sat down with my laptop. Pulled up Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. Started cross-referencing Melissa's tagged photos, check-ins, comments. Found him in about 20 minutes. His name was Brandon Prescott, 36 years old. Real estate broker specializing in commercial properties. Had his own firm, 3 employees, a social media presence that screamed insecurity, gym selfies, motivational quotes, photos of his car, a black Porsche Cayenne. His LinkedIn showed he'd worked on a project with Melissa's marketing firm 4 months ago, some campaign for a new mixed-use development downtown. That's how it always starts. Professional overlap, harmless at first, then lunches, then drinks, then Thursdays at Vertigo. I scrolled through his photos, found one from 2 weeks ago, him at a bar, arm around some woman I didn't recognize. The location tag said Vertigo Lounge. The woman wasn't Melissa. Interesting. I closed the laptop, checked my watch. 11:15. Poured another whiskey, waited. She came home at 12:47 a.m. I was still in the living room, reading. Actually reading this time, some paperback thriller I'd picked up at a used bookstore. It was terrible, but it kept my hands busy. The door opened. She stepped in, kicked off her heels, saw me. "Oh," she said. "You're still up." "Couldn't sleep," I said. She walked to the kitchen. I heard the fridge open. Water poured into a glass. She came back, glass in hand, and sat on the opposite end of the couch. "How was your night?" I asked. "Fine. Boring, actually. Just a lot of corporate small talk." She sipped her water. "You?" "Quiet," I said. "Read. Thought about some things." She looked at me then, really looked. Something shifted in her expression. "Like what?" she asked. I closed my book, set it on the coffee table. "Like how people lie," I said, "and how they think they're getting away with it because no one's calling them out." Her face didn't change, but her hand tightened around the glass. "What are you talking about?" she said. "Nothing specific," I said. "Just a general observation." She stood up. "I'm tired. I'm going to bed." "Sleep well," I said. She climbed the stairs. I heard the bedroom door close, then lock. That was new. I sat there until 2 a.m., thinking, planning, running scenarios. Then I went to the kitchen, picked up the manila folder, brought it back to the living room and left it on the coffee table. Opened, papers visible, went to sleep on the couch. The next morning, she came down at 7, saw me, saw the folder, stopped. "What's that?" she asked. I stood up, stretched. "Divorce papers." She laughed. Actually laughed. Very funny. "I'm not joking." Her face changed. "Tom, what are you talking about?" "I'm talking about us being done," I said. "I printed them yesterday. They're ready to sign." "Are you insane?" "No," I said. "I'm just tired." "Tired of what?" I walked to the kitchen, started making coffee. She followed me. "Tom, look at me." I looked at her. "What is this about?" she said. Her voice had that edge now, the one that meant she was about to flip the script. Make this my fault somehow. "It's about you and Brandon Prescott," I said. Her face went white. "I don't know what you're—" "Vertigo Lounge. Every Thursday. 6 weeks. You're not meeting clients. You're meeting him." She opened her mouth. Closed it. Opened it again. "You're crazy," she said. "You're actually crazy." "Maybe," I said. "But I'm also right." "I'm not signing anything," she said. "That's fine," I said. "You don't have to. Not today." I poured my coffee, took a sip, looked at her. "But you will," I said. Then I grabbed my jacket and walked out the door. I drove to work in silence. No radio, no podcasts, just the sound of my own breathing and the hum of tires on asphalt. My phone rang twice. Both times, her name lit up the screen. I didn't answer. At work, I went through the motions. Emails, meetings, a conference call about routing software updates that could have been an email. At lunch, I drove to a Starbucks 3 miles away, ordered a black coffee, sat in my car, opened my laptop, started building a timeline. 4 months ago, Melissa's firm partners with Prescott Development on a marketing campaign. 3 months ago, Melissa starts going to a new gym, the same one Brandon Prescott posts about on Instagram. 2 months ago, Melissa starts working late, twice a week, always Tuesdays and Thursdays. 6 weeks ago, Thursday nights become Vertigo nights. Last week, I see them together outside the bar. Yesterday, I print the papers. Today, she knows I know. I close the laptop. The next move wasn't mine. It was hers. She'd either deny everything and try to gaslight me into thinking I was paranoid, or she'd escalate, get angry, make a scene. Either way, I'd already won. Because the papers were real, and they were legal, and I'd been smart enough to document everything, not through spying, but through simple observation, credit card statements, shared calendar data, location services she'd agreed to years ago when we were pretending to be a functional couple. I wasn't breaking any laws. I was just using the information she'd given me. That night, I came home to an empty house. No note, no text, just silence. Her car was gone. I checked her location. She'd turned it off. Fine. I made dinner, pasta with marinara sauce, ate alone, watched half of a documentary about urban planning, fell asleep on the couch again. She came home at 11:30, loud, angry. The door slammed open. "You want a divorce?" she yelled. "Fine, let's do this." I sat up. She was standing in the doorway, still in her work clothes, face flushed. "Okay," I said. "Okay?" she repeated. "That's it? Okay?" "What do you want me to say?" I asked. "I want you to fight for this," she said. "I want you to... God, Tom, I want you to care." "I did care," I said. "For a long time, but you stopped noticing. That's not fair. Isn't it?" She stared at me. Then she turned and walked upstairs. I heard drawers opening, clothes being thrown, a suitcase zipping. 10 minutes later, she came back down with an overnight bag. "I'm staying at Dana's," she said. "Okay," I said. She hesitated, like she wanted me to stop her, beg her to stay. I didn't. She left. The door closed quietly this time. I sat there for a long time. Then I went to the kitchen, picked up the manila folder, looked at the papers inside, smiled. This was just the beginning. She came back in 10 minutes. That's what broke her. Not the accusation, not the papers, not even the fact that I'd known for weeks and said nothing. It was the realization that I'd meant it. I heard her car pull into the driveway, engine off, door slam, keys rattling against the front door. I was still in the kitchen, standing exactly where I'd been when she left. I hadn't moved, hadn't even finished my coffee. The door opened. She stood there, overnight bag in hand, face pale. "You were serious," she said. Yes, I said. She dropped the bag. Walked toward me, slowly. Tom, we need to talk. We just did, I said. No, I mean really talk. About everything. I looked at her. She was shaking, not from cold, from fear. Fear looks different on different people. On her, it looked like control slipping, like the carefully constructed image she'd built over 15 years suddenly cracking. There's nothing to talk about, I said. You've been seeing someone else. I'm not interested in hearing excuses. I haven't. Don't, I said. Don't insult me by lying. She opened her mouth, closed it. Then she did something I hadn't expected. She cried. Not soft, delicate tears, ugly crying, the kind where your face scrunches up and your breathing gets ragged. I'm sorry, she said. I'm so sorry. I didn't say anything. She stepped closer. Tom, please. I made a mistake, but we can fix this. We can go to counseling. We can... No, I said. Tom? No, I said again. You don't get to do this. You don't get to decide you're sorry now because you got caught. That's not what this is, she said. Yes, it is, I said. You were fine with it until you realized there were consequences. She wiped her face. You're right, okay? You're right. I've been selfish. I've been awful. But Tom, I love you. I do. The word love sounded hollow, like a word that had lost its meaning from overuse. If you loved me, I said, you wouldn't have spent the last 6 weeks meeting Brandon Prescott at Vertigo Lounge every Thursday night. Her face went from pale to gray. How? It doesn't matter how, I said. What matters is that I know, and I'm done. She grabbed my arm. Please, don't do this. I pulled away, gently but firmly. The papers are on the table, I said. Sign them whenever you're ready. I walked past her, grabbed a pillow and a blanket from the hall closet, went to the living room, set up the couch. She followed me. You're sleeping here? She asked. Yes, I said. Why? Because I want to, I said. She stood there, lost, like she didn't recognize the script anymore. Tom, I'm not signing those papers. That's your choice, I said. I mean it. I'm not giving up on us. I lay down, pulled the blanket over me, closed my eyes. Tom? Good night, Melissa, I said. She stood there for another minute. Then I heard her footsteps on the stairs, the bedroom door closing, no lock this time. I lay there in the dark, eyes open now. That was the first night I'd slept well in years, not because the couch was comfortable, not because the house was quiet, but because I'd finally stopped pretending. The next morning, I woke up at 6, showered, made coffee, got ready for work. She came downstairs at 6:30, eyes red, hair pulled back, no makeup. Morning, I said. She didn't respond, just poured herself coffee and sat at the kitchen table. The manila folder was still there, papers still visible. She stared at them. I talked to Dana last night, she said. Okay, I said. She said I should call a lawyer. That's probably smart, I said. Tom? Melissa, I'm late for work. It's 6:30, she said. I have an early meeting, I said. I grabbed my jacket, my keys, walked to the door. Tom? I stopped. Didn't turn around. What happens now? She asked. That depends on you, I said. Then I left. I didn't have an early meeting. I drove to a diner on the east side, ordered breakfast, sat in a booth by the window, opened my laptop, searched. Brandon Prescott Real Estate. His firm's website came up first. Prescott Development Group. 3 employees, small operation. He was the face of it. Every photo on the site was him, standing in front of buildings, shaking hands with clients, smiling that professional smile that never reaches the eyes. His business address was listed, 12437 Riverside Avenue, Suite 310. I pulled up Google Maps. The building was downtown, mixed use, offices on the upper floors, retail on the ground level. I zoomed in on the street view, noted the parking structure, the main entrance, the security desk visible through the glass doors. Then I closed the laptop, finished my eggs, paid, left, drove to work. At lunch, I called the leasing office for the building where Brandon's office was located. A cheerful woman answered. Riverside Tower, how can I help you? Hi, I said. I'm considering leasing some office space. Do you have availability on the 3rd floor? Let me check, she said. Keyboard sounds. We do have a few units available. Are you looking for something specific? Around 800 square feet, I said. Something with a view. We have a great unit in Suite 320. It's corner office, lots of natural light. Perfect, I said. Can I schedule a tour? Absolutely. How's Monday at 2? Monday at 2 works, I said. She took my name, my phone number, my email address. Great, she said. We'll send you a confirmation. Looking forward to meeting you, Mr. Fleming. Same, I said. I hung up. Brandon Prescott's office was Suite 310. Suite 320 was right next door. That night, I came home to find Melissa in the living room, sitting on the couch. The manila folder was open in her lap. She looked up when I walked in. I read them, she said. Okay, I said. You're asking for the house. It's in my name, I said. You moved in after we got married. Legally, it's mine. We've lived here for 10 years, she said. I know, I said. Tom, this is cruel. No, I said. Cruel would be dragging this out, making you think there's a chance. This is just honest. She set the papers down. You really hate me, don't you? No, I said. I don't hate you. I just don't love you anymore. Her face crumpled. That's worse. Maybe it was. I walked to the kitchen, started making dinner. She followed me. Tom, what if I end it? With him? I stopped chopping vegetables, looked at her. It's already over, I said. You just don't know it yet. What does that mean? I went back to chopping. It means I'm not interested in reconciliation. I'm interested in moving forward. You mean you're interested in punishing me? She said. I didn't answer. She grabbed my arm. Tom, look at me. I did. You can't just throw away 15 years, she said. You already did, I said. She let go. I finished making dinner. Chicken stir-fry, made enough for 2, put half on a plate for her, set it on the table. I'm not hungry, she said. Fine, I said. I ate alone. She sat on the couch, staring at the papers. After dinner, I washed the dishes, cleaned the kitchen, went to the living room with my laptop. She was still there. Are you going to sleep here again? She asked. Yes, I said. Why? Because I'm comfortable here, I said. That's not a reason. It's my reason, I said. She stood up. Fine. You want space? I'll give you space. She grabbed the manila folder, walked upstairs. I heard the bedroom door close, then lock. I worked on my laptop until midnight, planning, researching. At some point, I heard her phone ring, heard her voice muffled through the ceiling. She was talking to someone, probably Dana, probably crying. I didn't care. I was busy. The next day was Saturday. I woke up early, went for a run, came back, showered. She was already up, sitting at the kitchen table, drinking coffee. We need to talk, she said. About what? I asked. About counseling. I'm not interested, I said. Tom, Melissa, I'm going to say this once. I'm not going to therapy. I'm not going to counseling. I'm not going to sit in a room with you and a stranger and pretend like this is something we can fix. It's not. We're done. You're being unreasonable, she said. Maybe, I said, but I'm also being clear. I grabbed my keys, my jacket. Where are you going? She asked. Out, I said. Tom, I left. I drove to Riverside Tower, parked across the street, watched. Brandon Prescott's Porsche was in the parking structure. I could see it from the street, black, gleaming, parked in a spot marked reserved. I sat there for an hour. At 11:30, he came out, tall, fit, wearing jeans and a polo shirt, Saturday casual. He got in his car, drove off. I followed. Not close, just close enough to keep him in sight. He drove to a gym, one of those boutique places with floor-to-ceiling windows and people on treadmills who look like they're training for the Olympics. I parked, waited. He was inside for 90 minutes. When he came out, he looked exactly the same. Hair still perfect, shirt still tight. He drove home. A condo complex on the north side, new construction, expensive. I noted the address, drove away. That night, Melissa tried again. Tom, can we please just talk? We are talking, I said. No, we're circling each other. I want to understand what you're thinking. I'm thinking I want a divorce, I said. But why now? She said. Why so sudden? It's not sudden, I said. It's been a long time coming. But, Melissa, stop. She looked at me, really looked. You're different, she said. You're, I don't know, cold. I'm not cold, I said. I'm just done being warm for someone who doesn't care. She flinched. I do care, she said. You care now, I said, because you're losing something, but you didn't care when it mattered. That's not fair, she said. Life's not fair, I said. I grabbed my blanket, my pillow, set up the couch again. She stood there, watching. What if I refuse to sign? She asked. Then we go to court, I said, and everything comes out. The affair, the lies, the bank statements showing you've been spending our money on, what was it? New dresses, dinners, hotel rooms? Her face went white again. You've been tracking that? She said. I didn't have to track it, I said. We have a joint account. I just looked. You're spying on me, she said. No, I said. I'm paying attention. There's a difference. She didn't say anything. I lay down, closed my eyes. Good night, Melissa, I said. She left without another word. Sunday morning, I woke up to the smell of bacon. She was in the kitchen, cooking, full breakfast spread. Eggs, bacon, toast, coffee. Good morning, she said, smiling like nothing had happened. Morning, I said. I made breakfast, she said. I thought we could sit down, talk, like we used to. I looked at the table. 2 plates, 2 mugs, everything perfectly arranged. Melissa? Please, she said. Just sit with me, eat. We don't have to talk about the papers. We can just be. I sat down. She sat across from me. We ate in silence. When we finished, she cleared the plates, washed them, dried them, put them away. Then she turned to me. Tom, I need to ask you something. Okay, I said. Are you seeing someone else? I almost laughed. No, I said. Are you sure? She asked. Because this whole thing feels like you've already moved on. I haven't moved on, I said. I've just stopped waiting. She sat back down. Waiting for what? For you to see me, I said. Her eyes filled with water again. I do see you. Now you do, I said. But you didn't before, and that's the problem. So that's it? She said. You're just done? Yes, I said. She stood up, walked out of the room. I heard the front door open, then close. Her car started, drove away. I sat at the table for a long time. Then I got up, grabbed my phone. There was a notification, a new email. From the leasing office at Riverside Tower. Confirmation. Office tour, Monday, 2:00 p.m. I smiled. Monday morning, I went to work early, finished a report, responded to emails, had a conference call about supply chain optimization that put half the team to sleep. At 1:30, I left. Told my boss I had a dentist appointment, drove downtown. Riverside Tower was 32 floors of glass and steel, the kind of building that looked expensive just standing there. The ground floor had a coffee shop, a dry cleaner, and a sushi place that probably charged $20 for a California roll. I parked in the visitor section of the parking structure, walked to the main entrance. The lobby was marble and chrome, security desk straight ahead, 2 guards. One looked bored, the other looked like he wished he was bored. I walked past them. No one stopped me. Visitors didn't need to check in unless they were going above the 10th floor. I took the elevator to the 3rd floor. The doors opened to a hallway with beige carpet and motivational art on the walls. Suite 310 was at the end. Glass door, gold lettering, Prescott Development Group. I walked past it, found Suite 320, knocked. A woman in her 50s opened the door, smiled. Mr. Fleming? That's me, I said. Great. I'm Karen. Come on in. The office was empty, clean, bright, corner windows overlooking the street. As you can see, Karen said, lots of natural light. Great for productivity. I walked to the window, looked out. From here, I could see the parking structure. Brandon's Porsche was there, same spot as Saturday. How's the soundproofing? I asked. Excellent, Karen said. These walls are double insulated. You won't hear your neighbors at all. Good, I said. She showed me the rest. Closet space, bathroom, kitchenette. What kind of business are you in? She asked. Consulting, I said. Logistics, supply chain management. Oh, interesting, she said. We actually have another tenant on this floor who does real estate development. You two might have some overlap. Maybe, I said. She handed me a brochure. Lease terms are pretty standard. First and last month, security deposit, utilities included. Sounds good, I said. Can I think about it? Of course, she said. Take your time, but I will say, these units don't stay available long. I smiled. I'll keep that in mind. After the tour, I went back to the elevator, pressed the button for the ground floor. The doors opened on the second floor. Brandon Prescott stepped in. He didn't notice me at first, just looked at his phone, scrolling through something. Then he glanced up, smiled, nodded. "Hey," he said. "Hey," I said. The elevator descended. 15 seconds of silence. We reached the ground floor. Doors opened. He stepped out first. I followed. He walked to the coffee shop. I walked to the parking structure. That was it. 10 seconds of shared space. No conversation. No confrontation. Just two strangers in an elevator. But I'd seen enough. The watch on his wrist. Rolex. Probably $15,000. The shoes. Italian leather. Polished. The phone case. Custom. Monogrammed. Everything about him screamed money. Not earned money. Borrowed money. The kind of money that comes from credit lines and leveraged assets. I got in my car, sat there, pulled out my phone, opened Instagram, searched Brandon Prescott. His profile was public, 4,000 followers, mostly thirsty comments from women and a few gym bros. His recent posts were predictable: gym selfies, car photos, motivational quotes about success. But one post from 2 weeks ago caught my attention. A photo of him at a restaurant, expensive looking. Candles, wine glasses. Caption: good food, better company. He'd tagged the location, some Italian place on the waterfront, and he'd tagged someone, not Melissa, a woman named Ashley. I clicked on her profile. 28 years old, worked in marketing, different firm than Melissa's. Lots of photos in bikinis, lots of selfies, and a photo from 2 weeks ago, same restaurant, same table, same wine glasses. Caption: date night. I leaned back in my seat. Interesting. Brandon Prescott wasn't just seeing my wife, he was seeing multiple people, which meant he was either incredibly stupid or incredibly confident. Probably both. I drove home. Melissa was in the living room when I got there, sitting on the couch, laptop open. "Hey," she said. "Hey," I said. "How was the dentist?" I'd forgotten I'd told work that lie. "Fine," I said. "Just a cleaning." "Good," she said. I walked to the kitchen, poured a glass of water. She followed me. "Tom, I've been thinking." "About what?" I asked. "About us. About what happens next." I drank my water. Waited. "I think I want to talk to someone," she said. "A therapist, not couples therapy. Just someone for me." "Okay," I said. "And I want you to know," she said. I'm not seeing him anymore." I looked at her. "Brandon?" I said. She nodded. "I ended it. Last night. I called him. I told him it was over." "Good for you," I said. "Tom, I mean it. I'm trying." "I know," I said. So can we pause this? The divorce?" "No," I said. Her face fell. "Why not?" "Because ending it doesn't erase it," I said. "But, Melissa, you cheated. That doesn't go away because you stopped." "So what?" she said. You're just going to throw everything away?" "You already did," I said. She slammed her hand on the counter. "Stop saying that." "It's the truth," I said. "No, it's your version of the truth. You're acting like I'm some monster. But you've been distant for years. You stopped trying." "I stopped trying," I said, "because every time I did, you ignored me." "That's not fair," she said. "Yes, it is," I said. "When was the last time you asked me how my day was? When was the last time you kissed me without me initiating it? When was the last time you looked at me like you actually wanted me here?" She didn't answer. "Exactly," I said. I walked out of the kitchen, went upstairs, grabbed a duffel bag from the closet, started packing. She followed me. "What are you doing?" she asked. "Packing," I said. "Why?" "Because I'm staying somewhere else for a while," I said. "Tom, don't do this." "I'm not doing anything," I said. "I'm just giving us space." "Space?" she said. "You've been sleeping on the couch for 4 days. How much more space do you need?" "More than this house has," I said. I zipped the bag, slung it over my shoulder. She grabbed my arm. Tom, please." I looked at her hand on my arm, then at her face. "Let go," I said. She did. I walked down the stairs, out the door, to my car, threw the bag in the back seat, started the engine. She was standing in the doorway, watching. I drove away. I checked into a hotel on the east side. Nothing fancy. Just a place with clean sheets and decent Wi-Fi. Unpacked. Took a shower, lay on the bed, stared at the ceiling. My phone buzzed. A text from her. Tom, please come home. We can talk. I didn't respond. Another text. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Please don't give up on us. I turned my phone face down, closed my eyes. The next morning, I went to a diner for breakfast, sat in a booth, ordered eggs and toast, opened my laptop, pulled up Brandon Prescott's LinkedIn again. His firm had been in business for 3 years. Before that, he'd worked for a larger development company. Got laid off in 2019, started his own thing in 2020, 3 years, 3 employees. That kind of operation doesn't survive without serious backing or serious debt. I pulled up the business registry for the state, searched Prescott Development Group, found the LLC filing, registered agent, Brandon Prescott, business address, 1247 Riverside Avenue. Then I pulled up the property records for Riverside Tower. The building was owned by a commercial real estate trust. Leases were managed by a third-party company. I'd met one of their agents yesterday, Karen. I searched for the leasing company's website, found a portal for current tenants, created an account, used a fake business name, fake email address, got access to a dashboard showing available units. Suite 310, Brandon's office, wasn't listed as available, but it did show the lease term, 2 years. Renewal coming up in 6 months, though interesting. I closed the laptop, finished my breakfast, paid, drove to work. At lunch, I called the leasing company. Hi, I said. I'm interested in Suite 320 at Riverside Tower. Great, the woman on the phone said. I can transfer you to Karen. Actually, I said, I have a question first. What's the noise like in that building? I'm concerned about disruptions. Oh, it's very quiet, she said. The walls are well insulated. What about the other tenants on that floor? I asked. Are they active? Lots of foot traffic? Not particularly, she said. It's mostly small professional offices. Very low-key. Good to know, I said. Thanks. I hung up, pulled out my phone, texted Melissa. I'll be by the house tomorrow to pick up some more things. She responded immediately. Okay, I'll be at work. Perfect. The next day, I drove to the house at 10 a.m. Her car was gone. I let myself in, went upstairs, to the bedroom. Her laptop was on the nightstand. Closed but not locked. I opened it. No password. She'd never used one. Too trusting, or too careless. I opened her email, scrolled through, found a thread from 3 weeks ago. Subject, Thursday. The sender, Brandon Prescott. I clicked. Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow night. Usual spot? Her response, yes. 9 p.m. I kept scrolling. I found another thread from 2 months ago. Subject, dinner. Had a great time last night. We should do it again soon. Her response, definitely. Let me know when you're free. I opened her text messages, scrolled to Brandon's name, dozens of messages. Oh, flirty, affectionate, nothing explicit, but enough to confirm what I already knew. I took screenshots, sent them to my email, deleted the sent messages from her phone, closed the laptop, put it back exactly where it was, went back downstairs, grabbed a few more clothes, packed another bag, left. That night, I got a call from an unknown number. I answered. Hello? Is this Tom Fleming? A man's voice asked. Yes, I said. Who's this? My name's Brandon Prescott. I sat up. Okay, I said. What do you want? I think we need to talk, he said. About what? I asked. About Melissa, he said. What about her? I said. Look, man, he said. I didn't know she was married when we started. When we started talking, she told me she was separated. She lied, I said. Yeah, he said. I figured that out. Good for you, I said. Look, he said. I'm not trying to cause problems. I wanted you to know that I'm out. I'm not seeing her anymore. I know, I said. She told me. Okay, good. So we're cool? No, I said. We're not cool. He paused. What does that mean? It means you slept with my wife, I said. And that has consequences. Man, I don't care what you did or didn't know, I said. I care what you did. Are you threatening me? He asked. No, I said. I'm just telling you how it is. I hung up, sat there, smiling. He was scared. Good. Brandon Prescott called me 3 more times that week. I didn't answer. He left voicemails, each one progressively more agitated. Look, man, I just want to clear the air. We should meet, talk this through like adults. I don't know what you think you're going to do, but I deleted each one without listening all the way through. On Thursday, I drove to Riverside Tower again, parked in the same spot, waited. At 6:15 p.m., Brandon walked out of the building, still in his work clothes, suit jacket slung over his shoulder. He walked to the parking structure, to his Porsche. I got out of my car. I walked across the street, timed it perfectly. He was unlocking his car when I reached him. Brandon, I said. He jumped, turned, saw me. Jesus, he said. What are you doing here? We need to talk, I said. I've been trying to call you, he said. I know, I said. But I prefer face-to-face conversations. He looked around. The parking structure was mostly empty. A few cars, no people. Okay, he said. Let's talk. I stepped closer. Not threatening, just close enough that he had to look up slightly. I'm 6'1", he's maybe 5'11". You slept with my wife, I said. I didn't know. I don't care, I said. I'm not interested in your excuses. Then what do you want? He asked. I want you to understand something, I said. You made a choice, and choices have consequences. His jaw tightened. Are you threatening me? No, I said. I'm explaining reality. Look, he said. I ended it with her. It's over. I don't know what else you want from me. I don't want anything from you, I said. I just want you to know that I know. I know where you work. I know where you live. I know what kind of car you drive. I know who your clients are. I know everything. His face went pale. That's stalking. No, I said. That's public information. You put it all online yourself. I reached into my pocket, pulled out my phone, showed him his own Instagram profile. You posted your business address, I said. Your car, your gym, your favorite restaurants. You made it easy. He stared at the screen. What do you want? He asked again, quieter this time. I want you to be uncomfortable, I said, the way I was uncomfortable for 6 weeks while my wife was lying to me. That's between you and her, he said. No, I said. It's between all of us now. I put my phone away, stepped back. Have a good evening, Brandon, I said. I turned and walked away. Wait, he called out. I stopped, didn't turn around. What are you going to do? He asked. Nothing, I said. Yet. I kept walking. Behind me, I heard his car door open, then slam shut. The engine started, tires squealed slightly as he drove out too fast. I got back in my car, sat there. My hands were shaking, not from fear, from adrenaline. That was the first time I'd crossed a physical line, not violence, but presence, proximity, the implicit threat of what I could do, and it felt good. I drove back to the hotel, ordered takeout, ate in front of the TV. My phone buzzed. Melissa. Brandon called me. He said you confronted him. What are you doing? I typed back, having a conversation. Her response came immediately. Tom, this is crazy. You're scaring people. Good, I typed. Tom. Stop, please. You're making this worse. It can't get worse, I typed. It's already over. She called. I didn't answer. She called again. I turned my phone off. The next morning, I went to the gym. Not Brandon's gym. Mine. A basic 24-hour place with fluorescent lights and rusty dumbbells. I ran on the treadmill for 40 minutes. Lifted weights, showered, felt clear. At work, I had a meeting with my boss about a new logistics contract. We were bidding on a job for a construction company. Big project. Lots of moving parts. We need someone to oversee the timeline, my boss said. Coordinate with the site managers. Make sure everything arrives when it's supposed to. I can do that, I said. It's going to be demanding, he said. Long hours, lots of pressure. I'm fine with that, I said. He looked at me. You sure? You've seemed distracted lately. I'm good, I said. Just some personal stuff, but I'm handling it. Okay, he said. Let me know if you need anything. I nodded. Back at my desk, I opened my email. Found a message from the leasing company. Thank you for your interest in Suite 320. Please let us know if you'd like to move forward with the application process. I stared at the email, thought about it, decided against it. I didn't need an office next to Brandon. That would be too obvious, too direct. What I needed was subtlety. I closed the email, opened a new browser tab, searched Prescott Development Group clients. Found a few, mostly small commercial projects. A strip mall renovation, an office park expansion, nothing major. I clicked on one of the project listings, found the general contractor's name, looked them up, called their office. "Hi," I said. "I'm with Midwest Logistics. We're looking to bid on some upcoming projects. Do you have a list of developers you work with regularly?" "Sure," the woman on the phone said. "Let me transfer you to our project manager." A man picked up. "This is Dave." "Hi, Dave. I'm Tom Fleming. We're exploring partnership opportunities with developers in the area. I saw you worked with Prescott Development on a project last year. How was that experience?" "Prescott?" Dave said. "Yeah, Brandon's a good guy. Bit of a flake sometimes, but he gets the job done." "Flake how?" I asked. "Oh, always changing the schedule, renegotiating terms last minute, but nothing too crazy." "Good to know," I said. "Would you work with him again?" "Probably," Dave said. "Depends on the project." "Great, thanks for your time." "No problem," he said. I hung up. Interesting. Brandon was disorganized, unreliable. That was useful. That night, I drove past Brandon's condo complex. Didn't stop, just drove by. Slowly. The building was modern. Glass and concrete, 6 stories, balconies on every unit. His Porsche was in the parking lot, same spot as before. I kept driving, circled the block. Came back. This time, I parked across the street. Watched. Lights were on in a 3rd-floor unit. I couldn't see inside, but I could see shadows moving behind the curtains. I sat there for 20 minutes, then a woman came out. Not Melissa, someone else. Blonde, wearing workout clothes. She got into a white BMW, drove away. I pulled out my phone, opened Instagram, searched for Ashley, the woman from Brandon's post 2 weeks ago. Found her profile, clicked on her stories. Most recent story, a selfie from a gym, posted 15 minutes ago. Location tag, the gym Brandon went to. I smiled. So he was still seeing her, even after telling Melissa he was done with all of it. Typical. I started my car, drove back to the hotel. Saturday morning, I got a call from an unknown number. I answered. "Tom Fleming?" a woman's voice asked. "Yes," I said. "This is Dana, Melissa's friend." I sat up. "Okay." "We need to talk," she said. "About what?" I asked. "About what you're doing to Melissa," she said. "She's a mess. She's crying all the time. She can't sleep. You're destroying her." "She destroyed herself," I said. "That's not fair," Dana said. "She made a mistake. People make mistakes." "She didn't make a mistake," I said. "She made a choice. Multiple choices. Over weeks." "She loves you," Dana said. "No, she doesn't," I said. "She loves the idea of not losing. There's a difference." Dana was quiet for a moment. "What do you want from her?" she asked. "I want her to sign the papers," I said. "And then what?" Dana asked. "You'll just walk away? Leave her with nothing?" "She's not walking away with nothing," I said. "She's walking away with exactly what she brought into the marriage, which is her car, her clothes, and her career." "You're taking the house," Dana said. "It's my house," I said. "Legally. She moved in after we got married. She has no claim to it." "That's cold," Dana said. "That's reality," I said. Dana said, "I used to think you were a good guy. Melissa used to talk about how sweet you were, how patient. But this isn't you." "You're right," I said. "This isn't the me she knew, because that me got tired of being ignored." Dana sighed. "She wants to fix this. Then she should sign the papers," I said. "Tom, I'm done with this conversation," I said. I hung up. Sunday, I went back to the house. Melissa's car was in the driveway. I let myself in. She was in the living room, sitting on the couch, eyes red. "Hi," she said. "Hi," I said. "I didn't think you were coming back," she said. "I'm just picking up some things," I said. "Tom, Dana called you." "I know," I said. She said you were cruel." "Maybe I am," I said. Melissa stood up. "Tom, please, can we stop this? Can we talk? Really talk?" "We've been talking," I said. "No, we've been fighting. I want to talk, like we used to." I looked at her. She looked exhausted. broken. Part of me felt bad. A small part. "Okay," I said. "Let's talk." She sat back down. I sat on the opposite end of the couch. "What do you want to say?" I asked. She took a breath. "I want to say that I'm sorry. I know I've said it before, but I mean it. I was selfish. I was stupid. I didn't think about what I was doing. I was lonely." "You were lonely," I repeated. Yes," she said. "You were always working. Always. Somewhere else. I felt like we were roommates." "So you cheated," I said. "I made a mistake," she said. "Stop calling it a mistake," I said. "Mistakes are accidental. This was intentional." Fine," she said. "I made a choice, a bad choice. But Tom, I want to fix it. I want to make this right." "How?" I asked. "However you want," she said. "Therapy, counseling, whatever it takes." I leaned back. "Do you know why I'm so calm about all of this?" She shook her head. "Because I already grieved," I said. "I grieved the marriage weeks ago. When I realized what was happening, I went through all the stages: denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and then acceptance. By the time I confronted you, I was already done." Her face crumpled. "So there's nothing I can do?" "No," I said. "There's nothing you can do." She started crying. "Tom, please, don't give up on us." "I'm not giving up," I said. "I'm letting go." She reached for my hand. I pulled away. "I need you to understand something," I said. "I'm not punishing you. I'm protecting myself. Because if I stay, I'll resent you forever. And that's worse than leaving." "But—" "Sign the papers, Melissa," I said. "Please, just sign them. Let's end this with some dignity." She wiped her face. "And if I don't?" "Then we go to court," I said. "And everything comes out. Your affair, the lies, the bank statements, the text messages, all of it." Her eyes widened. "You have text messages?" "Yes," I said. "Screenshots, emails, everything." "You went through my phone?" she said. "Your laptop," I said. "You left it unlocked." She stood up. That's illegal." "No, it's not," I said. "It's our shared property, and you gave me access to your email years ago. Remember when we set up the shared calendar?" She stared at me. "You planned this," she said. You've been planning this the whole time." "Yes," I said. "You're not sad," she said. "You're not hurt. You're calculating." "I'm both," I said. "But the calculating part is keeping me from doing something stupid." "Like what?" she asked. I stood up. "Like forgiving you." I walked to the door. "Tom?" she called out. I stopped. "Brandon said you confronted him," she said. "At his work. He said you scared him." "Good," I said. "What are you going to do?" she asked. "I don't know yet," I said. "But I'll figure it out." I left. The Monday morning, I went to work, had my usual meetings, responded to emails. At lunch, I drove to a hardware store, bought a few things: zip ties, duct tape, a small toolkit. Nothing illegal, just supplies. The cashier didn't even blink. I drove back to work, finished my day, went to the hotel, sat on the bed, looked at the bag from the hardware store, thought about what I was planning, thought about whether I really wanted to do it. Decided I did. That night, I drove to Brandon's condo complex again, parked in the same spot across the street. Waited. At 9 p.m., his lights went off. I waited another hour. Then I got out of my car, walked across the street, into the parking lot. Found his Porsche, looked around, no cameras visible, no security guard. I crouched down by the rear driver's side tire, pulled out a small tool from my pocket, a valve stem remover, unscrewed the valve stem cap, pressed the tool into the valve, let the air out slowly. Not a puncture, not vandalism, just deflation. I did the same to the front driver's side tire. Then I walked back to my car, drove away. The next morning, I got a text from an unknown number. "You're really going to do this?" I didn't respond. Another text. "Fine. 2 can play this game." I smiled. Let him try. Wednesday morning, I woke up to a call from the hotel front desk. "Mr. Fleming, there's someone here to see you." "Who?" I asked. "He says his name is Brandon Prescott." I sat up. "Tell him I'll be down in 5 minutes." "Will do," she said. I got dressed, went downstairs. Brandon was in the lobby, pacing, saw me, walked over. "We need to talk," he said. "So talk," I said. "Not here," he said. "Outside." We walked out to the parking lot. "You let the air out of my tires," he said. "Did I?" I asked. "Don't play games," he said. "I know it was you." "Prove it," I said. His jaw clenched. "This is harassment." "No," I said. "Harassment would be if I kept doing it. This was just a coincidence." "You're insane," he said. "Maybe," I said. "But you slept with my wife? So who's really the bad guy here?" He stepped closer. "You need to stop." I didn't move, didn't flinch. "Or what?" I asked. He hesitated. That's what I thought," I said. I walked back toward the hotel entrance. "Tom," he called out. I turned. "I'm not afraid of you," he said. "Yes, you are," I said. I went back inside. That afternoon, I got a call from Melissa. "Tom, Brandon told me what you did." "What did I do?" I asked. "You messed with his car," she said. "I didn't do anything to his car," I said. "He says you did." "He can say whatever he wants," I said. "Doesn't make it true." "Tom, this has to stop." "What has to stop?" I asked. This revenge thing you're doing, it's not healthy." "I'm not doing revenge," I said. "I'm just existing." "That's not true," she said. "You're going after him. You're trying to scare him." "And?" I said. "And it's wrong," she said. "You know what's wrong?" I said. "Cheating on your husband." She was quiet. "Tom, I get it. You're angry. But this isn't going to make you feel better." "You're right," I said. "But it's not about feeling better, it's about balance." "Balance?" she said. "Yes," I said. "You took something from me. Now I'm taking something from you." "What are you taking?" she asked. "Your peace of mind," I said. I hung up. Thursday night, I drove past Vertigo Lounge. It was packed, music thumping, people spilling out onto the sidewalk. I didn't go in, just drove by. But I did notice something. Melissa's car was there, white Lexus, parked in the valet area. I pulled over, parked down the street, waited. At 10:30, she came out, alone, walking fast, got in her car, drove away. I followed. Not close, just close enough to see where she was going. She didn't go home. She drove to Dana's apartment, parked, went inside. I sat there for a few minutes, then drove back to the hotel. Friday morning, I got an email from the leasing company at Riverside Tower. "We have another interested party for Suite 320. If you'd like to proceed, please let us know by Monday." I deleted the email. At work, I had a meeting about the construction logistics contract. We'd won the bid. I was officially the project manager. "Congratulations," my boss said. "This is a big opportunity." "Thanks," I said. "You start next week," he said. "Hope you're ready." "I am," I said. I wasn't, but I would be. That night, I went back to Melissa's house, let myself in. She wasn't home. I went upstairs, to the bedroom, opened her closet, found a shoebox on the top shelf, opened it. Inside, receipts from restaurants, hotels, stores, all recent, all from the last 3 months. I took photos of each one, sent them to my email, put everything back, went downstairs, left. Saturday morning, I woke up to a voicemail from Brandon. "Look, man, I don't know what your end game is here, but you need to stop. I've talked to a lawyer. If you keep harassing me, I'm filing a restraining order." I listened to it twice, then deleted it. He wasn't going to file anything, because he knew that if this went legal, everything would come out. The affair, the lies, his reputation would be trashed. He was bluffing, and I was calling his bluff. Sunday, I drove to Melissa's house again. Her car was there. I knocked on the door. She answered, looked surprised. "Tom, can I come in?" I asked. She hesitated, then stepped aside. I walked in, sat on the couch. She sat across from me. "What do you want?" "I want to ask you something," I said. "Okay," she said. "Did you ever love me?" I asked. She looked at me, eyes wide. "Of course I did. I do." "When did it stop?" I asked. She didn't answer. "Was it before Brandon?" I asked. "Or after?" "Tom, I need to know," I said. She looked down. "I don't know. It was gradual. We drifted. We drifted, I repeated. That's your excuse? It's not an excuse, she said. It's what happened. No, I said. What happened was you stopped trying, and I stopped mattering. She wiped her eyes. That's not fair. Life's not fair, I said. I stood up. I came here to tell you something, I said. What? She asked. I'm done, I said. Not just with the marriage. With all of it. The anger, the hurt, the obsession with making you pay. I'm letting it go. She looked up, hope in her eyes. Really? Yes, I said. But that doesn't mean I forgive you, and it doesn't mean we're getting back together. It just means I'm choosing to move forward. So what now? She asked. Now you sign the papers, I said. And we end this. She nodded slowly. Okay. Okay, I said. Okay, she said. I'll sign them. I pulled the folded papers out of my jacket pocket, set them on the coffee table. Now? She asked. Now, I said. She picked up the papers, read through them slowly. Then she stood up, walked to the kitchen, found a pen, came back, sat down, signed, handed them to me. I looked at the signature. Neat. Final. Thank you, I said. What happens now? She asked. Now I file them, I said. And in 6 months, we're legally divorced. She nodded. And Brandon? What about him? I asked. Are you going to keep going after him? I thought about it. No, I said. He's not worth it. She looked relieved. But I want you to know something, I said. What? She asked. He's still seeing other people, I said. You weren't special to him. You were just convenient. Her face went pale. How do you know that? I saw him, I said, with someone else, 2 weeks ago, and again last week. You're lying, she said. I pulled out my phone, showed her the Instagram posts, Ashley's photos, the dates, the locations. She stared at the screen. I'm sorry, I said. But you deserve to know. I stood up, walked to the door. Tom, she called out. I turned. I really did love you, she said. Once. I know, I said. I loved you too. I left. The divorce papers were filed on Monday. I walked into the courthouse at 9 a.m., waited in line, submitted the documents, paid the filing fee. The clerk stamped them, handed me a receipt. You'll receive confirmation in the mail within 2 weeks, she said. Thank you, I said. I walked out into the morning sun. Felt lighter, not happy, not sad, just lighter, like I'd set down something heavy I'd been carrying for too long. At work, I started the new logistics project. The construction site was 40 minutes outside the city. A massive commercial complex, offices, retail, parking structures. My job was to coordinate deliveries, make sure materials arrived on time, manage the schedule, keep everything moving. It was demanding. Long hours, early mornings, late nights. But it kept me busy, kept my mind occupied, and that was what I needed. 2 weeks later, I got the confirmation letter in the mail. Your petition for dissolution of marriage has been accepted. Final decree will be issued in 6 months pending any objections. I folded the letter, put it in a drawer. Melissa didn't object. She'd moved out of the house the week before, took her clothes, her car, some furniture, left the rest. I walked through the empty rooms. Every space felt too big now. I put the house on the market. It sold in 3 days, over asking price. I found an apartment downtown. Small, modern, 1 bedroom, floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking the city. It felt right. A month after filing, I was having lunch at a cafe near the construction site. Someone sat down across from me. I looked up. Brandon Prescott. What are you doing here? I asked. I work nearby, he said. Small world. I guess, I said. He looked uncomfortable, nervous. Can we talk? He asked. We are talking, I said. I mean, really talk, he said. I set down my fork. About what? About everything, he said. About what happened, with Melissa, with you and me. What's there to talk about? I asked. I want to apologize, he said. Okay, I said. Apologize. He looked down. I'm sorry. For getting involved with her. For not asking questions. For making things worse. Okay, I said. That's it? He asked. Just okay? What do you want me to say? I asked. That I forgive you? I don't. but I'm also not interested in making your life miserable anymore." "You already did," he said. "Good," I said. He leaned back. "You know, I lost a client because of you." "How's that my fault?" I asked. "They saw us arguing in the parking structure. Someone recorded it on their phone, sent it to my business partner. He asked questions. I had to explain. It got messy." "Sounds like a you problem," I said. "You're really not going to take any responsibility?" he asked. "For what?" I asked. "You slept with my wife. I confronted you. That's not a crime." "You let the air out of my tires," he said. "Prove it," I said. He laughed, bitter. "You're a piece of work." "So are you," I said. He stood up. "You know what? I'm glad Melissa left you. You're cold." "And you're a coward," I said. "But at least I'm honest about what I am." He walked away. I finished my lunch. That night, I got a text from Melissa. "I heard you sold the house." I typed back, "Yes." "Where are you living?" "Downtown," I typed. "Are you okay?" "I'm fine," I typed. She didn't respond. I put my phone down, looked out the window. The city lights sparkled in the dark. I felt calm, not happy, not sad, just calm, like I'd finally found my footing after months of stumbling. A week later, I was at the construction site, checking inventory, marking off shipments. One of the site managers walked up to me. Guy in his 50s. Name was Rick. "You're the new logistics guy, right?" he said. "That's me," I said. "You're doing good work," he said. "Everything's running smooth." "Thanks," I said. "You married?" he asked. "Divorced?" I said. "Recently," he nodded. "Sorry to hear that." "Don't be," I said. It was the right call. "How long were you married?" he asked. 15 years, I said. He whistled. "That's a long time." "Yeah," I said, "but sometimes things just run their course." "You got that right," he said. "I've been divorced twice. Both times it was the best decision I ever made." I smiled. "Good to know." He clapped me on the shoulder. "You'll be fine, kid. Just keep moving forward." "That's the plan," I said. 2 months after filing the papers, I was having dinner at a restaurant downtown, alone, just me and a book. A woman walked in, tall, red hair, sat at the bar. We made eye contact. She smiled. I smiled back. She walked over. "Is this seat taken?" "No," I said. "Go ahead." She sat down. "I'm Claire." "Tom," I said. We talked for an hour. About nothing important. Work, movies, travel. She was a graphic designer, freelance, worked from home mostly. "What do you do?" she asked. "Logistics," I said. "I manage supply chains." "Sounds complicated," she said. "It is," I said, "but I like it. It's like solving a puzzle." "I get that," she said. "Design is the same way. You're trying to make everything fit together in a way that makes sense." We ordered drinks, then food, then more drinks. At the end of the night, she gave me her number. "Call me sometime," she said. "I will," I said. I didn't call her for 2 weeks. When I did, we went out for coffee, then dinner, then a movie. It wasn't serious. Not yet, but it was easy. No drama, no lies, no secrets, just two people getting to know each other. It felt good. 3 months after filing, I got a text from Melissa. "Can we meet? I need to talk to you." I typed back. "About what?" "Just stuff. Please, fine." "When? Tomorrow? Lunch?" "Okay. Where?" "That place we used to go to, on 5th. I knew the place. Italian restaurant. We'd gone there on our anniversary every year. Fine. I typed noon. The next day, I showed up at 11:55. She was already there, sitting at a table by the window. I sat down across from her. "Hi," she said. "Hi," I said. She looked different, thinner, tired. "How are you?" she asked. "Good," I said. "You?" I'm okay," she said. The waiter came over. We ordered. Awkward small talk while we waited for the food. When it arrived, she finally spoke. "I wanted to say thank you," she said. "For what?" I asked. "For not dragging this out," she said. "For not making it uglier than it had to be." "You're welcome," I said. "And I wanted to say I'm sorry, again, for everything." "I know," I said. "Do you forgive me?" she asked. I thought about it. "I don't know," I said. "Maybe someday, but not yet." She nodded. "That's fair." We ate in silence for a few minutes. Then she spoke again. You were right, she said. About Brandon. What about him? I asked. He was seeing other people, she said. The whole time, I confronted him. He admitted it. I'm sorry, I said. Don't be, she said. I deserved it. No one deserves that, I said. She wiped her eyes. I thought he cared about me, but he didn't. He just wanted someone who made him feel important. That's what people like him do, I said. They take. They don't give. She nodded. Are you seeing anyone? She asked. Maybe, I said. It's new. That's good, she said. You deserve to be happy. So do you, I said. We finished lunch, paid, walked outside. Take care of yourself, Melissa, I said. You too, Tom, she said. We hugged, briefly, then went our separate ways. I walked back to my car. Felt nothing. No anger, no sadness, no longing. Just nothing. And that felt like progress. 4 months after filing the papers, Claire and I were officially dating. It wasn't intense, wasn't complicated, just nice. She made me laugh. I made her think. We balanced each other out. One night she asked me about Melissa. We were at her apartment, sitting on the couch, wine in hand. You never talk about your ex, she said. There's not much to say, I said. Come on, she said. 15 years. There has to be something. She cheated, I said. I left. That's the story. That's the summary, she said. Not the story, I sighed. What do you want to know? How did you find out? She asked. I noticed patterns, I said. Small things. Phone always face down, new clothes, late nights. It added up. Did you confront her? She asked. Eventually, I said. But by the time I did, I'd already decided to leave. That's cold, she said. Maybe, I said. But it was necessary. She studied me. You're not the kind of guy who does anything without a plan, are you? No, I said. I'm not. She smiled. I like that about you. Good, I said. Because I'm not changing. She kissed me. I wouldn't want you to. 5 months after filing, I ran into Dana at a coffee shop. She saw me first, walked over. Tom, she said. Dana, I said. Can we talk? She asked. About what? I asked. About Melissa, she said. I sighed. What about her? She's not doing well, Dana said. She's struggling. That's not my problem, I said. I know, Dana said. But I thought you should know. Why? I asked. Because you used to care about her, Dana said. Used to, I said. Past tense. Dana looked at me. You really don't care anymore, do you? No, I said. I don't. She shook her head. You're different. People change, I said. Not like this, she said. This is something else. Maybe, I said. But it's who I am now. She walked away. I finished my coffee. Left. 6 months after filing, the final decree arrived in the mail. I opened the envelope, read the document. Dissolution of marriage. Granted. It was over. Officially, legally, completely. I folded the paper, put it in a drawer, didn't feel anything. That night, Claire and I went out. She wanted to try a new place downtown. We drove there, parked, walked inside. It was loud, crowded, music thumping. And then I saw the sign, Vertigo Lounge. I froze. What's wrong? Claire asked. This is the place, I said. What place? She asked. The place Melissa used to go, I said. With him. Oh, Claire said. Do you want to leave? I thought about it. No, I said. Let's stay. We walked in, found a table, ordered drinks. The place looked exactly the same. Purple LED lights, glass walls, overpriced cocktails. I scanned the room, and then I saw her. Melissa. She was at the bar, talking to a man I didn't recognize. She looked different, hair shorter, makeup heavier. She laughed at something he said, touched his arm. Claire followed my gaze. Is that her? Yeah, I said. Do you want to go? She asked. No, I said. I want to stay. We stayed, had drinks, talked, laughed, and every few minutes I glanced over at Melissa. She hadn't noticed me yet. But then, halfway through our second drink, she turned, saw me. Her face went white. I raised my glass, smiled. She looked away quickly, said something to the man she was with. He looked over at me, confused. She grabbed her purse, stood up, walked toward the exit, fast, almost running. Claire looked at me. What just happened? She saw me, I said, with you. And? Claire asked. And she realized she's not the only one who moved on, I said. Claire smiled. Good. We finished our drinks. Left. Outside the air was cool. The street was loud. Are you okay? Claire asked. Yeah, I said. I'm fine. You sure? She asked. That looked intense. It was, I said. But I'm fine. Really. She took my hand. You're stronger than you think? You know that? Maybe, I said. We walked back to the car. As we drove away, I looked back at Vertigo Lounge one last time, and I felt nothing. No anger, no sadness, no regret. Just nothing. And that felt like freedom. A week later, I was at the construction site, wrapping up the project. Everything was on schedule. Ahead of schedule, actually. Rick, the site manager, walked over. You're a lifesaver, he said. This whole thing could have been a disaster without you. Just doing my job, I said. You're good at it, he said. If you ever want to go into project management full-time, let me know. I'll put in a good word. Thanks, I said. I'll think about it. He walked away. I looked around the site. Piles of materials, workers moving, machines humming, everything in its place, everything running smooth. That's all life was, really. Logistics, planning, execution, and I was good at it. That night, I got a call from an unknown number. I almost didn't answer, but something made me pick up. Hello? Tom, it's Brandon. I didn't say anything. I wanted to call, he said. To clear the air, one last time. Okay, I said. I know, he said. I know I hurt you. I know I made things worse, and I'm sorry. I really am. Okay, I said. That's it? He asked. Just okay? What do you want me to say? I asked. That I forgive you? I don't, but I also don't care anymore. Fair enough, he said. There was a long pause. You ruined my life. You know that? He said. No, I said. You ruined your own life. I just made sure you paid for it. You're a vindictive person, he said. Maybe, I said, but at least I'm honest. He hung up. I put my phone down, smiled. 2 weeks later, Claire and I were at her apartment, watching a movie. My phone buzzed, a text from Melissa. I heard you're seeing someone. I'm happy for you. I showed Claire the text. Do you want to respond? She asked. No, I said. There's nothing to say. I deleted the text. Claire smiled. You really are over her, aren't you? Yeah, I said. I am. How does it feel? She asked. Good, I said. It feels good. She kissed me. I'm proud of you. For what? I asked. For moving on, she said. For not letting her ruin you. She didn't ruin me, I said. She just showed me who I really am. And who's that? Claire asked. Someone who doesn't forgive easily, I said. Someone who doesn't forget. Someone who gets even. She looked at me. That's a little scary. Yeah, I said. But it's honest. She laughed. I like that about you. Good, I said, because I'm not changing. We went back to the movie, but I wasn't really watching. I was thinking about Melissa, about Brandon, about everything that had happened, and I realized something. I didn't hate them anymore. I didn't care about them anymore. They were just people. People who'd made bad choices. People who'd hurt me. But they weren't important. Not anymore. What mattered now was moving forward. And that's exactly what I was doing. A month later, I got a letter in the mail. From Melissa. I almost threw it away without reading it. But I opened it. Dear Tom, I know you probably don't want to hear from me, but I needed to write this. To say what I should have said a long time ago. I was wrong. About everything. I took you for granted. I lied to you. I hurt you. And I'm sorry. I know that doesn't fix anything. I know you've moved on. And you should. You deserve better than what I gave you. I just wanted you to know that I regret everything, every lie. Every betrayal. Every moment I chose him over you, you were the best thing in my life, and I threw it away. I hope you're happy now. I really do. Melissa. I read it twice. Then I folded it, put it in a drawer, didn't respond. Because there was nothing to say. That night, Claire asked me about the letter. She apologized, I said. Said she regretted everything. How do you feel about that? Claire asked. I don't feel anything, I said. Really? She asked. Really, I said. It's over. She's part of my past, and I'm okay with that. Claire smiled. You're a good man, Tom. I don't know about that, I said. I do, she said. She kissed me, and for the first time in months, I felt something other than emptiness. I felt hope, not happiness, not yet. No, but hope. And that was enough. 6 months after the divorce was finalized, I'd almost forgotten about Brandon Prescott. Almost. Claire and I were getting serious. We'd moved in together. Her apartment was bigger than mine, and she'd insisted I bring what little I had from my place downtown. Life was good, simple, drama-free. And then one Tuesday morning, my phone rang. Unknown number. I answered. Hello? Tom Fleming? A woman's voice asked. Yes, I said. This is Officer Janet Reynolds with the City Police Department. We need to ask you a few questions about Brandon Prescott. My stomach tightened. What about him? He filed a harassment complaint against you, she said. Can you come down to the station today? What kind of complaint? I asked. He's claiming you've been following him, threatening him, vandalizing his property. That's not true, I said. That's what we need to discuss, she said. Can you come in at 2 p.m.? I'll be there, I said. I hung up. Claire was in the kitchen making coffee. Who was that? The police, I said. Brandon filed a complaint against me. Her eyes widened. For what? Harassment, I said. Which is insane. I haven't talked to him in months. What are you going to do? She asked. Go talk to them, I said. Clear this up. At 2 p.m., I walked into the police station, gave my name at the front desk. Officer Reynolds came out. Mid-40s, no-nonsense expression. Mr. Fleming, she said, follow me. She led me to a small interview room. 2 chairs, a table, a camera in the corner. Have a seat, she said. I sat. She pulled out a folder, opened it. Brandon Prescott filed a complaint 3 days ago, she said. He's claiming you've been harassing him for the past 6 months. That's not true, I said. He says you've been following him, she said. Showing up at his workplace, his home, his gym. I saw him once at his workplace, I said. 6 months ago, when I confronted him about sleeping with my wife. That was it. He also claims you vandalized his car, she said. I didn't vandalize anything, I said. He says you let the air out of his tires, she said. He can say whatever he wants, I said. But there's no proof. Officer Reynolds leaned back. Mr. Fleming, let me be clear. If you have been harassing Mr. Prescott, that's a crime. We take these complaints seriously. I understand, I said. But I haven't done anything. I've moved on with my life. I have a girlfriend, a good job. I haven't thought about Brandon Prescott in months. Can anyone verify that? She asked. Yes, I said. My girlfriend, my boss, my coworkers, anyone you want to talk to. She made a note. We'll follow up on that. Good, I said, because this is a waste of time. For your sake, she said. I hope you're telling the truth. She stood up. You're free to go, but I'm warning you. Stay away from Mr. Prescott. If we get another complaint, we'll have to take action. There won't be another complaint, I said, because I'm not doing anything. I left. In the parking lot, I called Claire. How did it go? She asked. They're investigating, I said, but I told them the truth. I haven't been near him in months. Why would he lie? She asked. I don't know, I said. Maybe he's paranoid. Maybe he's trying to make himself look like a victim. Or maybe something else is going on, she said. Like what? I asked. I don't know, she said. But people don't file false police reports for no reason. She was right. That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept thinking about Brandon, about the complaint, about why he'd suddenly decided to involve the police. At midnight, I got up, grabbed my laptop, searched Brandon Prescott. His Instagram was still public. I scrolled through recent posts. Nothing unusual, same gym selfies, same motivational quotes, same car photos. But then I noticed something. His follower count had dropped. from 4,000 to less than 3,000. I clicked on his recent posts. The comments were different now. Fake, liar. Stop pretending. I kept scrolling, found a post from 2 weeks ago, a photo of him at a restaurant. Caption, celebrating a big win. The comments were brutal. What win? Your business is tanking. Heard you got dropped by another client. Maybe if you spent less time at the gym and more time working. I closed the laptop. Something had happened to Brandon's business, and he was looking for someone to blame. The next morning, I called Rick from the construction site. Rick, I said, you still have connections in the development world? Yeah, he said. Why? You ever hear of Prescott Development Group? I asked. Brandon Prescott, Rick said. Yeah, small outfit. Why? Just curious, I said. How's his reputation? Rick laughed. Not great. Word is he's been losing clients left and right, missed deadlines, budget overruns, guy's a mess. Any idea why? I asked. Rumor is he's got money problems, Rick said. Leverage too much. Can't keep up with payments. Interesting, I said. Why the sudden interest? Rick asked. Long story, I said. Thanks for the info. Anytime, he said. I hung up. So Brandon was in financial trouble. That explained the harassment complaint. He was desperate, looking for a way to deflect attention from his own failures, and I was a convenient target. A week later, I got a call from Officer Reynolds. Mr. Fleming, she said, we've completed our investigation. And, I asked, we found no evidence to support Mr. Prescott's claims, she said. We spoke to your girlfriend, your employer, several witnesses. Everyone confirms you've had no contact with Mr. Prescott in months. Good, I said. However, she said, Mr. Prescott is insisting something happened. He's claiming someone's been targeting him. That's not my problem, I said. I know, she said. I just wanted to give you a heads up. He's not dropping this. What does that mean? I asked. It means he might try something else, she said. Be careful. I will, I said. She hung up. That night, Claire and I were having dinner when my phone buzzed. A text from an unknown number. You think you won? You didn't. This isn't over. I showed Claire. That's him, isn't it? She said. Probably, I said. What are you going to do? She asked. Nothing, I said. He's desperate. The desperate people make stupid mistakes. Tom, she said, maybe you should take this seriously. What if he does something? Like what? I asked. I don't know, she said. But people like that, people who feel cornered, they can be unpredictable. I'll be careful, I said. But I wasn't worried. Brandon was collapsing, and I hadn't even done anything. He was destroying himself. 2 weeks later, I was at a coffee shop near work when I saw him. Brandon, sitting at a table in the corner, laptop open, phone pressed to his ear. He looked different, thinner, tired. His hair wasn't styled, his clothes looked wrinkled. I almost left. But then I decided to stay. I ordered my coffee, sat down at a table across the room, watched. He was on the phone for 10 minutes. His face kept shifting between frustration and desperation. Finally, he hung up, slammed his laptop shut, put his head in his hands. I stood up, walked over. Brandon, I said. He looked up, saw me. His face went white. What are you doing here? He asked. Getting coffee, I said. You? Working, he said. How's business? I asked. His jaw clenched. Fine. Doesn't look fine, I said. What do you want? He asked. Nothing, I said. Just making conversation. Well, don't, he said. Leave me alone. Or what? I asked. You'll file another false police report? His eyes narrowed. That wasn't false. Yes, it was, I said. And you know it. He stood up. We were face to face now. You ruined my life, he said. No, I said. You ruined your own life. I just watched. You're lying, he said. You've been sabotaging me, talking to my clients, spreading rumors. I haven't talked to anyone about you, I said. Your clients left because you're bad at your job. His hands were shaking now. You're a liar. And you're pathetic, I said. He swung, not a good punch, sloppy, desperate. I stepped back. Easy. His fist missed by a foot. He stumbled forward, off balance. I didn't hit back, just watched as he caught himself on the table. Everyone in the coffee shop was staring now. Brandon, I said quietly, go home, get some help. Stop blaming other people for your problems. He looked at me, eyes red, breathing hard. "This isn't over," he said. "Yes, it is," I said. I walked out. That night, I got a call from Officer Reynolds again. "Mr. Fleming," she said, "we had another report." "Let me guess," I said. "Brandon." "Yes," she said. "He's claiming you assaulted him at a coffee shop this afternoon." "That's not true," I said. "He swung at me. I didn't touch him." "Were there witnesses?" she asked. "About 20, I said. "It was a crowded coffee shop." "Can you give me the address?" she asked. I did. "We'll check the security footage," she said. "But Mr. Fleming, this needs to stop. Whatever's going on between you two, it needs to end." "I'm not doing anything," I said. "He's the one who can't let go." "Then stay away from him," she said. "Completely. No contact, no coincidental meetings, nothing." "Fine," I said. She hung up. Claire was sitting on the couch, watching me. "What happened?" she asked. I told her. "Tom," she said, "this is getting out of hand." "I know," I said. "What if he escalates?" she asked. "He won't," I said. "He's falling apart. People who fall apart don't escalate. They collapse." "You sound very sure about that," she said. "I am," I said. A month later, I was reading the local news online when I saw a headline, "Local developer files for bankruptcy." I clicked. Brandon Prescott, owner of Prescott Development Group, has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection. The filing comes after months of financial difficulties, including several failed projects and mounting debts. Prescott's attorney declined to comment. I read the article twice. Then I closed the browser, sent a text to Claire. "It's over," she responded. "What's over?" "Brandon. He filed for bankruptcy." "How do you know?" "Local news." "Just saw it." "Wow. Are you okay?" "I'm fine. I'll tell you about it tonight." That night, Claire and I talked about it over dinner. "Do you feel bad?" she asked. "No," I said. "Should I?" "I don't know," she said. "He's lost everything." "He did that to himself," I said. "But you made it worse," she said. "How?" I asked. "I didn't do anything to his business. I didn't talk to his clients. I didn't sabotage anything. He failed on his own." "But you confronted him," she said. "Multiple times. You got in his head." "So what?" I said. "He slept with my wife. He deserved to suffer." Claire looked at me. That's harsh." "It's honest," I said. She was quiet for a moment. "Do you ever think about what it cost you?" she asked. "What do you mean?" I asked. "All that anger," she said, "all that focus on revenge. What did it cost you?" "Nothing," I said. I moved on. "Did you?" she asked. I didn't answer, because maybe she was right. Maybe I hadn't moved on. Maybe I'd just redirected. 2 weeks later, I got a letter in the mail from Brandon's attorney. "Mr. Fleming, I am writing on behalf of my client, Brandon Prescott. Mr. Prescott wishes to inform you that he is seeking treatment for severe anxiety and depression, conditions that were exacerbated by your ongoing harassment. While Mr. Prescott does not wish to pursue legal action at this time, he is formally requesting that you cease all contact with him. Any further contact will be considered a violation of this request and may result in legal consequences. Please govern yourself accordingly. Sincerely, James Porter, attorney at law." I read the letter 3 times, then I tore it up, threw it in the trash. That night, Claire asked me about it. "What are you going to do?" she asked. "Nothing," I said. "I haven't contacted him. I'm not going to start now." "But what if he doesn't believe that?" she asked. "That's his problem," I said. "Not mine." She looked at me. "Tom, I'm worried about you." "Why?" I asked. "Because you don't seem affected by any of this," she said. "This man is falling apart, and you're just cold." "What do you want me to do?" I asked. "Feel bad? I don't. He made his choices. Now he's dealing with the consequences." "But at what point does it stop?" she asked. "At what point do you let it go?" "I have let it go," I said. "No," she said. "You haven't. You're still carrying it. I can see it. Claire, Tom, I love you, but this side of you scares me." I didn't say anything. She stood up. "I'm going to bed. You should think about what I said." She left. I sat there for a long time, thinking about Brandon, about Melissa, about revenge, about what it had cost me, and I realized something. Claire was right. I hadn't let go. I'd just buried it. And burying things doesn't make them go away. It just makes them rot. 3 weeks later, I got a call from Officer Reynolds. "Mr. Fleming," she said, "we need you to come down to the station. It's urgent." "What's this about?" I asked. "I can't discuss it over the phone," she said. "Can you be here in an hour?" "I guess," I said. "Good. See you then?" She hung up. Claire was at work. I texted her. "Police called. Going to station. We'll explain later." She responded immediately. "What happened? Don't know. We'll call you after." An hour later, I was sitting in the same interview room, same table, same camera. Now, Officer Reynolds walked in. This time, she had another officer with her. Older man, detective badge on his belt. "Mr. Fleming," she said, "this is Detective Morris. He has some questions for you." "About what?" I asked. Detective Morris sat down, opened a folder, pulled out a photo. "Do you recognize this woman?" he asked. The photo was of Melissa. "That's my ex-wife," I said. "When was the last time you spoke to her?" he asked. "I don't know. Maybe 2 months ago. She sent me a text. I didn't respond." "And before that?" he asked. "We had lunch. Maybe 4 months ago. Why?" Detective Morris pulled out another photo. This one was of Brandon. "What about him?" he asked. "Brandon Prescott," I said. "I haven't talked to him in over a month." "Are you sure?" Detective Morris asked. "Yes," I said. "Why? What's going on?" Detective Morris leaned forward. "Mr. Prescott was found in his apartment 2 days ago. Someone had broken in. The place was ransacked. His laptop was smashed. His car was keyed, and someone spray-painted a message on his living room wall." My stomach dropped. "What did it say?" "You deserve this," Detective Morris said. "And you think I did it?" I asked. "We're investigating all possibilities," he said. "I didn't do it," I said. "I haven't been near him in over a month." "Can anyone verify that?" he asked. "Yes," I said. "My girlfriend. I've been with her every night for the past month." "What about during the day?" he asked. "I'm at work," I said. "I'm a project manager. I'm on site every day. Dozens of people can verify that." Detective Morris made a note. "We'll check." "Good," I said, "because I didn't do this." "Here's the thing, Mr. Fleming," Detective Morris said. "Mr. Prescott claims you've been harassing him for months. He filed multiple complaints. He says you've threatened him, and now this happens." "That doesn't mean I did it," I said. "No," Detective Morris said, "but it does make you a person of interest." "I want a lawyer," I said. Officer Reynolds looked surprised. "Mr. Fleming, I didn't do anything," I said, "but I'm not answering any more questions without a lawyer." Detective Morris stood up. "That's your right, but let me be clear. If we find evidence that you were involved, you will be arrested." "Then find evidence," I said, "because there isn't any." They left. I sat there for 10 minutes. Then Officer Reynolds came back. "You're free to go," she said, "but don't leave town. We'll be in touch." I left. In the parking lot, I called Claire. "Tom," she said. "What happened?" "Someone broke into Brandon's apartment," I said. "They think I did it." "What?" she said. "That's insane." "I know," I said, "but they're investigating me." "Did you tell them you didn't do it?" she asked. "Of course," I said, "but they don't believe me." "Tom, this is serious. You need a lawyer." "I know," I said. "I'm going to call one now." "Come home," she said. "We'll figure this out." 2 hours later, I was sitting in a lawyer's office. His name was David Klein, mid-50s, expensive suit, reputation for handling criminal defense cases. "Tell me everything," he said. I did. The affair, the divorce, the confrontations, the police complaints, everything. He took notes, asked questions. Finally, he leaned back. "Here's the situation," he said. "You have motive, you have a history of confrontation, and you've been named in multiple complaints. That makes you a strong person of interest." "But I didn't do it," I said. "I believe you," he said. "But belief isn't evidence. What we need is proof that you couldn't have done it." "I was at work," I said. "And with Claire. Every night." "Good," he said. "We'll get statements from your employer, timesheets, security footage if possible, and your girlfriend will need to provide a detailed account of your whereabouts." "She will," I said. "One more thing," he said. "Do you have any idea who might have actually done this?" "No," I said. "Brandon has had other enemies. people he owed money to, clients he screwed over. It could be anyone. That's a good point, David said. We'll make sure the police know that. So what now? I asked. Now we wait, he said, and we prepare. If they decide to charge you, we'll be ready. That night, Claire and I sat on the couch. She was quiet, thinking. What if they arrest you? She asked. They won't, I said. I didn't do it. They'll figure that out. But what if they don't? She asked. What if they decide you're guilty anyway? Then we fight it, I said. She looked at me. Tom, this is too much. First the affair, then the divorce, then all the stuff with Brandon, and now this. When does it end? It ends when the police realize I didn't do anything, I said. But what if it doesn't? She asked. What if this follows you forever? It won't, I said, but I wasn't sure. 3 days later, Detective Morris called. Mr. Fleming, he said, we need to talk. About what? I asked. We reviewed the security footage from Mr. Prescott's building, he said, and we found something interesting. My heart raced. What? Someone entered the building the night of the break-in, he said, but it wasn't you. Who was it? I asked. We don't know yet, he said. The footage is grainy. We're working on enhancing it. So I'm cleared? I asked. Not yet, he said, but you're no longer our primary suspect. Good, I said. However, he said, we still need to ask you some questions. Can you come in tomorrow? With my lawyer, I said. That's fine, he said. He hung up. I called David. They found something on the security footage. Someone else broke in, not me. That's good news, he said. But don't celebrate yet. They might still try to connect you to whoever did it. How? I asked. If they think you hired someone, he said, or if they think you're covering for someone. I'm not, I said. I know, he said, but we need to be prepared. The next day, I went to the police station with David. We sat in the interview room. Detective Morris and Officer Reynolds were there. Mr. Fleming, Detective Morris said, we've identified the person who broke into Mr. Prescott's apartment. Who? I asked. He pulled out a photo. My heart stopped. It was Melissa. Your ex-wife, Detective Morris said. Melissa Fleming. Or rather, Melissa Hart now. She legally changed her name back after the divorce. I stared at the photo. She did this? Yes, Detective Morris said. We brought her in for questioning this morning. She confessed? Why? I asked. Why would she do this? Detective Morris leaned forward. She says she did it for you. My stomach turned. What? She claims Mr. Prescott ruined her life, Detective Morris said. And yours. She says she wanted to make him pay. That's insane, I said. That's what she said, Detective Morris said. Word for word. I wanted to make him pay for what he did to Tom. I looked at David. He looked back at me, concerned. Mr. Fleming, Detective Morris said, did you ask her to do this? No, I said. I haven't talked to her in months. Did you suggest it? He asked. Imply it? Hint at it? No, I said. I didn't know she was planning anything. She says you inspired her, Detective Morris said. She says you showed her what it means to stand up for yourself. That's not... I stopped. Can I see her? No, Detective Morris said. She's being processed. She'll be arraigned tomorrow. What's she being charged with? I asked. Breaking and entering. Vandalism. Possibly more depending on what we find. I put my head in my hands. David spoke up. Detective, my client has cooperated fully. He's answered all your questions. Is he being charged with anything? No, Detective Morris said. Not at this time, but we may need to speak with him again. Fine, David said. But for now, we're done. We left. In the parking lot, I leaned against my car. This is unbelievable, I said. Tom, David said, you need to stay away from this. Completely. Don't contact Melissa. Don't talk to anyone about her. Don't get involved. But she did this because of me, I said. No, David said. She did this because she made a choice. A bad choice. That's not on you. It feels like it is, I said. It's not, he said. Trust me. Stay away from this. Let her deal with the consequences. I nodded, but I couldn't shake the feeling. Melissa had broken into Brandon's apartment. For me. And I hadn't asked her to. but somehow I'd made her think it was the right thing to do. That night, Claire asked me what happened. I told her everything. She was silent for a long time. "So, Melissa did it," she said finally. "Yes," I said. "And she says she did it for you," Claire said. "Yes," I said. "Tom," Claire said, "do you see what's happening here?" "What do you mean?" I asked. "You didn't just hurt Brandon," she said. "You changed Melissa. You made her think revenge was the answer, and now she's going to face criminal charges because of it." "I didn't make her do anything," I said. "Not directly," Claire said, "but you showed her. You modeled it, and she followed." I didn't say anything, because she was right. I had shown Melissa that revenge was possible, that it was satisfying, that it was justified, and she'd taken it further than I ever had. "What does that make me?" I asked quietly. "I don't know," Claire said. "But Tom, you need to figure that out, because this, all of this, it's not who I thought you were." "Maybe it's who I've always been," I said. "Maybe," she said. "But if that's true, I don't know if I can stay." She went to the bedroom, closed the door. I sat on the couch, staring at nothing, thinking about everything. The next morning, I called David. "I need to know what happens to Melissa," I said. "Tom," he said, "I told you to stay away from this." "I know," I said, "but I need to know." He sighed. "She's being arraigned this afternoon. She'll probably get bail. After that, it's up to the prosecutor whether they pursue charges." "What are the chances she goes to trial?" I asked. "High," he said. "She confessed. She caused significant property damage. The DA will want to make an example." "How much time could she get?" I asked. "Depends," he said. "If they go hard, maybe 2 years. If she pleads out, maybe probation and restitution." "That's it?" I said. "She breaks into someone's apartment, destroys their property, and she gets probation?" "She's a first-time offender," David said, "and she didn't hurt anyone physically. The system is lenient on cases like this." "That doesn't seem right," I said. "Maybe not," David said, "but that's how it works." I hung up. That afternoon, I couldn't focus at work. I kept thinking about Melissa, about what she'd done, about why she'd done it. At 3 p.m., I left early, told my boss I had a family emergency, drove to the courthouse, found the arraignment schedule. Melissa's case was at 4 p.m. I sat in the back of the courtroom, waited. At 4:15, she was brought in, handcuffs, orange jumpsuit. She looked small, fragile. Her eyes scanned the room, found me. She smiled. Not a happy smile, a sad smile, a resigned smile. The judge read the charges: breaking and entering, vandalism, criminal mischief. Melissa's public defender entered a plea, not guilty. Bail was set at $20,000. The hearing lasted 10 minutes. When it was over, they let her out. She looked back at me one more time. I didn't move. Outside, I called Claire. "Where are you?" she asked. "At the courthouse," I said. "I went to Melissa's arraignment." "Tom," she said. "Why?" "I don't know," I said. I needed to see." "And?" she asked. She smiled at me, I said, like she was proud of what she did. Claire was quiet. "Tom, you need to come home. We need to talk." "About what?" I asked. "About us," she said. "About whether this is going to work." My heart sank. "Claire, just come home," she said. She hung up. When I got home, Claire was sitting on the couch, suitcase by the door. "You're leaving," I said. "I think I need to," she said. "Why?" I asked. "Because I don't know who you are anymore," she said. "I thought I did. But all of this, it's too much." "I didn't do anything wrong," I said. "That's the problem," she said. "You don't think you did. But Tom, look at what's happened. Your ex-wife is facing criminal charges because she thought she was helping you. Your ex-wife's lover had a mental breakdown and lost his business. And you act like none of it matters." "It doesn't," I said. "Yes, it does," she said, "because people got hurt. Real people. And you don't seem to care." "They hurt me first," I said. "And that makes it okay?" she asked. I didn't answer. She stood up, grabbed her suitcase. "I love you, Tom," she said. "But I can't be with someone who thinks revenge is justice. That's not love. That's something else." She walked to the door, Claire, I said. She stopped, didn't turn around. I'm sorry, I said. I know, she said. But sorry doesn't fix this. She left. I stood there, alone, in the apartment we'd shared, surrounded by her things and mine, and I realized something. I'd won. I'd gotten my revenge. I'd made them pay, but I'd lost everything else. That night, I got a call from David. Tom, he said, I have news. Melissa made bail. Her family posted it. Okay, I said. There's something else, he said. She's asking to see you. Why? I asked. I don't know, he said. But she says it's important. I'm not supposed to contact her, I said. She's contacting you, he said. That's different. But Tom, I'd advise against it. Nothing good can come from that conversation. I know, I said. But you're going to do it anyway, he said. Probably, I said. He sighed. Fine, but be careful, and don't say anything that could be used against you later. I won't, I said. The next morning, I met Melissa at a coffee shop, neutral territory. She was already there when I arrived, sitting at a table in the corner. No handcuffs now, just regular clothes. But she looked tired, worn down. I sat across from her. Hi, she said. Hi, I said. Thanks for coming, she said. What do you want? I asked. She took a breath. I wanted to explain. Explain what? I asked. Why I did it, she said. Why I broke into Brandon's apartment. I don't need an explanation, I said. Yes, you do, she said, because I did it for you. I didn't ask you to, I said. I know, she said, but after everything, after the divorce, after seeing how you handled it, I realized something. You were right. About everything, about him, about me, about the lies. Melissa, let me finish, she said. I spent months feeling sorry for myself, months blaming you. But then I saw you at Vertigo with that woman, and you looked happy, free, and I realized you'd moved on, you'd let go, and I hadn't. So you broke into his apartment, I said. I wanted to hurt him, she said. The way he hurt me, the way I hurt you. I thought it would make me feel better. Did it? I asked. She shook her head. No, it made me feel worse. Because I realized I'm not you. I can't just turn off my feelings. I can't just move on. Melissa, I said, what you did was illegal. You're facing criminal charges. I know, she said, but I don't regret it. You should, I said. Why? She asked. He deserved it. He used me. He used you. He deserves to suffer. Maybe, I said, but that's not for you to decide. She looked at me. You decided it for yourself. I didn't break any laws, I said. No, she said, but you destroyed him anyway. You just did it legally. She was right. I had destroyed Brandon, not with vandalism or break-ins, but with confrontation, with pressure, with the constant reminder that his lies had consequences. Melissa, I said, what do you want from me? I want you to understand, she said. I want you to know that I did this because I loved you, because I wanted to protect you, because I wanted to make things right. You can't make things right, I said. What's done is done. Then what do I do? She asked. How do I move forward? You accept the consequences, I said. You plead guilty. You serve your time or pay your fine, and then you rebuild. Like you did, she said. Yes, I said. Like I did. She wiped her eyes. I'm sorry, Tom, for everything, for cheating on you, for lying to you, for ruining us. I know, I said. Do you forgive me? She asked. I thought about it. I don't know, I said. Maybe someday, but not today. She nodded. That's fair. We sat in silence for a moment. Then I stood up. I have to go. Tom, she said. I stopped. Thank you, she said, for meeting me, for listening. You're welcome, I said. I left. In my car, I sat for a long time, thinking about Melissa, about Brandon, about Claire, about everything I'd lost. And I realized something. Revenge wasn't worth it, not because it didn't work, but because it cost too much. It cost me Claire. It cost me peace. It cost me the person I used to be. And I couldn't get any of that back. That night, I texted Claire. You were right, about everything. I'm sorry. She didn't respond. I didn't expect her to. A week later, I got a call from David. Melissa took a plea deal, he said. Probation, community service, restitution to Brandon for the damages. That's it? I said. That's it, he said. She got lucky. The DA didn't want to go to trial. Good, I said. There's something else, David said. Brandon's attorney called me. He's asking if you'd be willing to meet with Brandon. Why? I asked. He didn't say, David said, but he said Brandon wants to talk one last time. I don't think that's a good idea, I said. Neither do I, David said, but I told him I'd ask. Tell him no, I said. You sure? David asked. I'm sure, I said, because there was nothing left to say. Brandon had lost his business. Melissa had lost her freedom, temporarily. I had lost Claire. Everyone had paid a price. And now it was time to let it all go. For real this time. 2 months after Melissa's plea deal, I was still living alone. Claire hadn't responded to any of my messages. Not the first one, not the 10th one, not the one where I admitted she was right about everything. Radio silence. I'd stopped trying after 3 weeks. Work became my escape. The construction project wrapped up successfully. Rick offered me a permanent position as senior project manager. Better pay, better benefits, more responsibility. I took it, threw myself into the job, 12-hour days, sometimes 14, weekends at the office reviewing schedules and budgets. My new apartment felt like a hotel room, clean, minimal, temporary. I didn't decorate, didn't buy furniture beyond the basics, didn't make it feel like home, because it wasn't home. Nothing was. One Thursday evening, I was working late at the office when my phone rang. Unknown number. I almost didn't answer, but something made me pick up. Hello? Tom. A woman's voice. Not Melissa, not Claire. Who is this? I asked. It's Dana, Melissa's friend. I sat up. What do you want? I need to talk to you, she said. In person. It's important. I don't think that's a good idea, I said. Please, she said. It's about Melissa. She's not doing well. That's not my problem, I said. Tom, please. Just give me 15 minutes. That's all I'm asking. I sighed. Fine. Where? There's a diner on 8th Street. Mario's. Do you know it? I'll find it, I said. Thank you, she said. I'll be there in 20 minutes. She hung up. I drove to the diner. Small place, neon sign, checkerboard floors, smelled like coffee and grease. Dana was already there, sitting in a booth by the window. She waved when she saw me. I slid into the seat across from her. Thanks for coming, she said. What's this about? I asked. She looked down at her coffee mug. Melissa's been staying with me since the plea deal. She can't afford her own place right now, lost her job, can't find another one because of the criminal record. Okay, I said. She's depressed, Dana said. Really depressed. She barely eats, barely sleeps, just sits in her room all day. I'm sorry to hear that, I said. But I don't know what you want me to do about it. I want you to talk to her, Dana said. No, I said. Tom? No, I said again. I'm done with Melissa. I'm done with all of it. She made her choices. Now she has to live with them. She did it for you, Dana said. She did it for herself, I said. She just convinced herself it was for me. Dana leaned forward. Tom, I know you're angry. I know she hurt you. But she's falling apart. And I think you're the only person who can help her. Why me? I asked. Because you're the only person she listens to, Dana said. The only person whose opinion matters to her. That's not my responsibility, I said. I know, Dana said. But Tom, she talks about you constantly, about what you said to her at the coffee shop, about how you moved on, about how you rebuilt. She wants to do the same, but she doesn't know how. I looked out the window, watched cars pass, people walking, normal lives. What do you want me to tell her? I asked. The truth, Dana said, that she can move forward, that she can rebuild, that it's possible. I'm not a therapist, I said. I know, Dana said, but you're Tom, and for some reason that matters to her. I thought about it. Thought about Melissa sitting in Dana's apartment, depressed, lost, broken. Thought about whether I cared. I'll think about it, I said. That's all I ask, Dana said. I stood up. I need to go. Tom, Dana said. Thank you for listening. I nodded. Left. In my car, I sat for a long time, thinking about Melissa, about whether I owed her anything, about whether helping her would make me feel better or worse. Finally, I pulled out my phone, texted Dana. When? Her response came immediately. Tomorrow? 7 p.m.? My place? Fine. Send me the address. She did. I drove home. The next evening, I drove to Dana's apartment. Small building, 3 stories, parking lot out front. I knocked on the door of Unit 2B. Dana answered. Tom, come in. I walked in. The apartment was small but neat. Couch, TV, kitchen table. Melissa was sitting on the couch. She looked up when I walked in. Her face was pale, eyes hollow. Hi, she said. Hi, I said. Dana grabbed her jacket. I'm going to give you two some privacy. I'll be back in an hour. Dana, Melissa started. It's fine, Dana said. You need to talk. She left. Melissa and I sat in silence for a moment. Dana shouldn't have called you, she finally said. Probably not, I said. But I'm glad you came, she said. Why? I asked. Because I need to know something, she said. What? I asked. How do you do it? She asked. How do you just move on? How do you stop caring? I sat down on the chair across from her. I didn't stop caring. I just redirected it. To what? She asked. Work, routine, forward motion. That's it? She asked. You just bury yourself in work and pretend everything's fine? Not pretend, I said. I make it fine. By not dwelling on things I can't change. She looked down. I can't do that. I keep thinking about everything, about what I did, about what I lost, about how stupid I was. Then stop thinking about it, I said. It's not that simple, she said. Yes, it is, I said. You're choosing to stay stuck. You're choosing to obsess. You could choose differently. How? She asked. By accepting that it's over, I said. We're divorced. Brandon's gone. Your old life is gone. That's not coming back. So stop trying to get it back and start building something new. I don't know how, she said. Yes, you do, I said. You get a job, you pay your bills, you wake up every day and you do the work. It's not complicated. It's just hard. She wiped her eyes. Do you hate me? No, I said. I don't hate you. Do you forgive me? She asked. I thought about it, really thought about it. I don't know, I said. Maybe I'm getting there, but I'm not there yet. Will you ever be? She asked. I don't know, I said. But Melissa, whether I forgive you or not doesn't matter. What matters is whether you forgive yourself. I can't, she said. Then you're going to stay stuck, I said. Forever. She looked at me. Is that what you want? No, I said. I don't want anything for you. I'm neutral. You're not part of my life anymore. But Dana asked me to come here, and I came because I guess part of me still cares, even though I don't want to. Tom, let me finish, I said. You made terrible choices. You hurt me, you hurt yourself. You hurt Brandon. And then you made it worse by breaking into his apartment. That was stupid and illegal, and you're paying for it now. But Melissa, you don't have to keep paying forever. You did your community service, you're on probation, you followed the rules. Now it's time to rebuild. But how? She asked. One day at a time, I said. You find a job, any job, you save money, you get your own place, you make new friends, you build a new life. It's not going to look like your old life. It's going to be different. But different doesn't mean bad. She nodded slowly. You really think I can do that? I know you can, I said. Because I did it, and if I can do it, you can do it. She stood up, walked over to me, looked down at me. Can I hug you? She asked. I hesitated. Then I stood up. Okay. She hugged me. Not long, just a few seconds. Then she stepped back. Thank you, she said. For coming, for talking to me. For not giving up on me completely. I didn't do it for you, I said. I did it for Dana, and maybe a little bit for me. Why for you? She asked. Because I need to know I'm not completely cold, I said. That I can still care about someone even after they hurt me. She smiled, sad but real. You're not cold, she said. You're just protected. Maybe, I said. The door opened. Dana walked in. How did it go? She asked. Good, Melissa said. Really good. I'm glad, Dana said. I grabbed my jacket. I should go. Tom, Melissa said. I turned. Will I see you again? she asked. I don't know, I said. Probably not. But Melissa, good luck. I mean that. You too, she said. I left. In my car, I sat for a few minutes, felt lighter. Not happy, not sad, just lighter, like I'd set down another weight I didn't know I was carrying. I drove home. The next morning, I woke up to a text from an unknown number. Tom, it's Brandon. Can we talk? I stared at the message for a long time, thought about deleting it. But something stopped me. I typed back, about what? His response came quickly. About everything. I think we need to clear the air. One last time. Why now? I typed. Because I'm leaving. Moving to another city, starting over, and I don't want to leave with this weight. I thought about it. Fine. When? Today? Noon? There's a park on Riverside. Know it? I'll find it. Thank you. I put my phone down. Thought about whether this was a good idea, decided it didn't matter. I was going anyway. At noon, I drove to the park. Small place, trees, benches, a playground, a pond. Brandon was sitting on a bench by the water. He saw me coming, stood up. I walked over. We stood facing each other. He looked different, thinner, older. The confidence was gone. Thanks for coming, he said. You said you wanted to talk, I said. So talk. He sat back down. I sat on the opposite end of the bench. I'm leaving in 2 days, he said. Moving to Phoenix. Got a job with a development firm there. Entry level, but it's something. Good for you, I said. I wanted to see you before I left, he said. To apologize. For real this time. You already apologized, I said. No, he said. I made excuses. I blamed you. I tried to make myself the victim. But Tom, I was wrong. About everything. I didn't say anything. I slept with your wife, he said. I knew she was married. I didn't care. I wanted what I wanted. And I took it. That was wrong. Yes, it was, I said. And then when you confronted me, he said, I panicked. I tried to turn it around on you. I filed those complaints. I lied to the police. I made you out to be the bad guy, but you weren't. I was. I know, I said. He looked at me. You're not going to make this easy, are you? No, I said. Why should I? He laughed. Bitter. Fair enough. We sat in silence for a moment, watching the water. Do you know what the worst part is? He asked. What? I said. I lost everything, he said. My business, my reputation, my confidence. And for what? A few months with a woman who didn't even love me? She didn't love you, I said. She loved the idea of you, the escape you represented. I know that now, he said. But at the time, I thought I was special, that she chose me because I was better than you. You weren't, I said. I know, he said. You were the one who stayed, who worked, who tried. I was just the distraction. Yes, I said. He looked at me. Do you hate me? No, I said. I did, for a while. But now, no. I don't care about you. That's worse, he said. Maybe, I said. Tom, he said, I need to know something. What? I asked. Did you sabotage my business? He asked. Did you talk to my clients? Spread rumors? Anything? No, I said. I didn't do anything to your business. Then why did it collapse? He asked. Because you were bad at it, I said. You overextended. You made promises you couldn't keep. You burned bridges. That's not my fault. That's yours. He nodded. You're right. I know you're right. But I needed someone to blame. And you were there. I was there because you made me there, I said. You slept with my wife. You put yourself in my life. And then you're surprised when I don't just disappear? No, he said. I'm not surprised. I wish things were different. So do I said. But they're not. We sat for another minute. I'm sorry, he said. For everything. For Melissa. For the complaints. For trying to make you the villain. You weren't. I was. I know, I said. Do you forgive me? He asked. I thought about it. Really thought about it. I don't know, I said. But Brandon, I hope you do better in Phoenix. I hope you learn from this. I hope you don't make the same mistakes." "I won't," he said. "Good," I said. I stood up. "I need to go." "Tom?" he said. I stopped. "For what it's worth," he said, "you're a better man than I am." "I know," I said. I walked away. In my car, I sat for a long time, thought about Brandon, about his apology, about whether it mattered, decided it didn't. He could apologize 1,000 times. It wouldn't change what happened, but at least he tried, and maybe that was worth something. That night, I texted Claire. I saw Melissa today, and Brandon both apologized. I don't know if it matters, but I wanted you to know. An hour later, she responded. That must have been hard. It was, but I think I needed it. Why? Because I needed to know I could face them without anger, without hate, just neutrality, and could you? Yes. She didn't respond for 10 minutes. Then, I'm proud of you. Thank you. Another pause. Can we meet? I want to talk. My heart raced. When? Tomorrow? Coffee? Yes. Where? That place on 5th? The one you took me to on our first date? I'll be there. What time? 10 a.m. I'll see you then. I put my phone down, stared at the ceiling, felt something I hadn't felt in months. Hope. The next morning, I arrived at the coffee shop 15 minutes early, ordered a black coffee, sat at a table by the window, waited. At 10 a.m. exactly, Claire walked in. She looked good, hair longer, wearing a blue sweater I'd never seen. She saw me, walked over, sat down. "Hi," she said. "Hi," I said. She ordered a latte. We sat in silence until it arrived. "Thank you for meeting me," she said. "Of course," I said. She looked down at her coffee. "I've been thinking about you, a lot." "I've been thinking about you too," I said. "Tom," she said, "I need to explain why I left." "You don't have to," I said. "I understand." "No," she said. "I do, because I wasn't fair to you." "You were fair," I said. "You saw something in me that scared you, and you left. That's reasonable." "But I didn't give you a chance to explain," she said. I ran, because I was scared." "Scared of what?" I asked. "Scared that you'd become someone I didn't recognize," she said. "Scared that the revenge, the anger, would consume you. Scared that you'd never let it go." "I haven't let it go," I said. "Not completely, but I'm trying." "I know," she said. "That's why I texted you back, because you're trying, and that matters." "Does it matter enough?" I asked. She looked at me. "I don't know. I want it to. But Tom, I need to know something." "What?" I asked. "Are you done?" she asked. "With Melissa? With Brandon? With all of it?" "Yes," I said. "I'm done. I saw them both. They apologized, I listened, and then I walked away. I don't need anything from them anymore." "And what about me?" she asked. "What do you need from me?" "I need to know if you can trust me again," I said. "If you can look at me and not see, whatever it is you saw that made you leave." She thought about it, took a sip of her latte. "I want to," she said. "But Tom, I need time. I need to see that you've really changed, that you're not just suppressing it." "I understand," I said. "Do you?" she asked. "Yes," I said. "You need proof. Not words. Proof. And I can give you that, but it's going to take time." "How much time?" she asked. "I don't know," I said. "As much as you need." She smiled. Small, but real. "Okay," she said. "Let's start slow. Coffee once a week. See how it goes." "I'd like that," I said. "Me too," she said. We finished our coffee, talked about work, about small things, about nothing important, and for the first time in months, I felt normal. Not happy, not sad, just normal. And that was enough. Over the next month, Claire and I met for coffee every week, sometimes twice a week. We talked, laughed, slowly rebuilt the trust we'd lost. She told me about her work, about new clients, about projects she was excited about. I told her about my job, about the new position, about the projects I was managing. We didn't talk about Melissa or Brandon or the past. We talked about the future, about where we wanted to be, what we wanted to build, and slowly, carefully, we started to find each other again. 6 weeks after our first coffee, Claire invited me to dinner, at her place. I showed up with wine, she made pasta, we ate on her couch, watched a movie. Halfway through, she leaned against me. I put my arm around her. "I miss this," she said. "Me too," I said. "Tom," she said. "Yeah," I said. "I think I'm ready," she said. "Ready for what?" I asked. "To try again," she said. "For real. Not just coffee. Not just friendship. I want us." I looked at her. "Are you sure?" "Yes," she said. "I'm sure." "What changed?" I asked. "You did," she said. "Over the past month, I've watched you, and you're different. You're lighter, less angry, more you." "I am me," I said. "I know," she said. "And I love that person." "I love you too," I said. She kissed me, and for the first time in a year, everything felt right. 3 months later, Claire and I moved in together, back to her apartment, the one with the big windows and the view of the city. I brought my things, she made space. We built something new, something that wasn't haunted by the past, something that was just ours. One Saturday morning, I woke up to sunlight streaming through the windows. Claire was still asleep next to me. I got up quietly, made coffee, sat on the couch, looked out at the city, thought about everything that had happened, the affair, the divorce, the revenge, the consequences, thought about Melissa, about Brandon, about where they were now. And I realized something. I didn't care. Not in a cold way, not in an angry way. Just, I didn't care. They were part of my past, and my past didn't define me anymore. What defined me was what I chose to do next. And I chose Claire. I chose work. I chose forward motion. I chose to let go. For real this time. 2 months later, I got a call from David Klein. "Tom," he said, "I have some news. It's about Melissa." "What about her?" I asked. "She finished her probation," he said. "Successfully. No violations. Community service completed. Restitution paid in full." "Good for her," I said. "There's more," he said. "She got a job. Marketing coordinator at a small firm downtown. Entry level. But it's legitimate work." "How do you know this?" I asked. "Dana called me," he said. "She thought you'd want to know." "Why would I want to know?" I asked. "Because Melissa's moving forward," he said. "And I think you played a part in that." "I didn't do anything," I said. "You talked to her," he said. "You gave her direction. Dana says that conversation changed everything for her." "Good," I said. "I'm glad she's doing better." "Are you?" he asked. "Yes," I said. "I am. I don't hate her, David. I don't love her. I want her to be okay." "That's growth," he said. "Maybe," I said. "One more thing," he said. "Brandon Prescott. He's in Phoenix now, working for a development firm, apparently doing well." "How do you know that?" I asked. "His attorney reached out," David said. "Wanted to let you know that Brandon's moved on, that he's not a threat, that you don't need to worry about him anymore." "I wasn't worried," I said. "I know," David said, "but they wanted to make sure you knew." "Fine," I said. "Thanks for letting me know." "Anytime," he said. He hung up. That night, Claire asked me about the call. "What did David want?" she asked. "Just updates," I said. "Melissa finished her probation. Brandon's doing well in Phoenix." "How do you feel about that?" she asked. "I don't feel anything," I said. "It's just information." "Really?" she asked. "You don't feel anything? Not relief? Not satisfaction?" "Maybe a little relief," I said, "because it means it's really over. They've both moved on. I've moved on. Everyone's in a better place." "Are you in a better place?" she asked. "Yes," I said. "I am, because of you." She smiled. "Not because of me, because of you. You chose to change. You chose to let go. That's all you." "Maybe," I said. "But you made it easier." She kissed me. "Good, because I'm not going anywhere." "Neither am I," said. A week later, I was having lunch downtown when I saw Dana. She was walking out of a restaurant. Saw me, walked over. "Tom," she said. "Dana," I said. "Can we talk?" she asked. "Just for a minute?" "Sure," I said. We stepped to the side, out of the flow of foot traffic. "I wanted to thank you," she said. "For what?" I asked. "For talking to Melissa," she said. "That conversation, it changed everything. She's doing so much better now. I'm glad, I said. She got a job, Dana said, and she's saving money, and she's starting to forgive herself. That's good, I said. She talks about you sometimes, Dana said. About what you said to her, about moving forward. She says it helped. I didn't do much, I said. You did enough, Dana said. Tom, I know I wasn't always fair to you when you and Melissa were married. I enabled her. I made excuses for her. And I'm sorry. It's fine, I said. No, it's not, she said. But I wanted you to know that I see it now. I see what she did, how she hurt you, and I'm sorry I didn't see it then. Dana, I said, it's in the past. Let it stay there. She nodded. You're right. Thank you for being kind, even after everything. You're welcome, I said. She walked away. That night, I told Claire about the conversation. Dana apologized, I said. For what? Claire asked. For enabling Melissa, I said. For not seeing how she treated me. That must have felt good, Claire said. It did, I said. But also weird, because I don't think about it anymore. The past just feels distant. That's because you've moved on, Claire said. For real this time. I hope so, I said. I know so, she said. 3 weeks later, I got an email from Melissa. I almost deleted it without reading it, but I opened it. Tom, I hope you're doing well. I wanted to reach out to say thank you for meeting with me, for talking to me, for giving me the push I needed to move forward. I got a job, nothing fancy, but it's honest work, and I'm rebuilding, slowly, one day at a time, just like you said. I know we're not friends, and we're probably never going to be, but I wanted you to know that I'm grateful for the time we had, for the lessons I learned, and for the fact that you didn't completely give up on me when I deserved it. I hope you're happy. You deserve to be. Take care, Melissa. I read it twice. Then I closed the email, didn't respond, because there was nothing to say. She'd moved on. I'd moved on. That was enough. That night, Claire and I were sitting on the couch when she asked me a question. Do you ever regret it? She asked. Regret what? I asked. The divorce, she said. The way you handled everything. Do you ever wish you'd done it differently? I thought about it. No, I said. I don't regret it. I did what I needed to do. And yes, there were consequences. Some of them were hard, but I don't regret standing up for myself. Even though you lost things? She asked. Even though I lost things, I said. Because I gained things too. I gained self-respect. I gained clarity. I gained you. She smiled. That's a good answer. It's the truth, I said. Do you think Melissa regrets it? She asked. Probably, I said. But that's her burden, not mine. And Brandon? She asked. Definitely, I said. But again, not my problem. You've really let it go, haven't you? She asked. Yes, I said. I have. And I meant it. A month later, I was at work when Rick called me into his office. Tom, he said. Sit down. I sat. We're expanding, he said. Opening a new division, commercial logistics, high-level stuff, and I want you to run it. Me? I said. You, he said. You've proven yourself. You're reliable. You're smart. You get things done. That's exactly what we need. What does it involve? I asked. More responsibility, he said. Bigger projects, a team under you, and a significant pay increase. How significant? I asked. He told me. My eyes widened. That's a lot, I said. You've earned it, he said. So what do you say? I thought about it. Thought about the work, the challenge, the opportunity. Yes, I said. I'm in. He smiled. Good. You start next month. That night, I told Claire. They're promoting me, I said. New division, more responsibility, a lot more money. She jumped up, hugged me. Tom, that's amazing. I know, I said. I can't believe it. I can, she said. You've worked so hard. You deserve this. Thank you, I said. We should celebrate, she said. Dinner? Somewhere nice? Yes, I said. Let's do it. We went to an Italian restaurant downtown. Expensive, candles, wine. We toasted to new beginnings, to success, to the future. And for the first time in a long time, I felt truly happy. Not just content, not just okay. Happy. 2 weeks later, I was walking downtown during my lunch break when I saw someone familiar. Melissa. She was across the street, walking with someone, a man. Tall, casual clothes. They were laughing about something. She looked different, lighter, happier. She didn't see me. I watched for a moment. Then I kept walking. Felt nothing. No anger, no sadness, no nostalgia, just nothing. And that felt like freedom. 6 months after my promotion, Claire and I were sitting in our apartment on a Saturday morning, drinking coffee, reading the paper, normal weekend routine. My phone buzzed. An email from a law firm I didn't recognize. I opened it. Mr. Fleming, we are writing on behalf of our client, Brandon Prescott. Mr. Prescott has recently come into a financial settlement and wishes to make restitution to those affected by his past actions. Specifically, Mr. Prescott wishes to apologize for the distress caused during the dissolution of your marriage and the subsequent events. As a gesture of goodwill, he would like to offer you a settlement payment of $50,000. This payment comes with no strings attached and requires no response or acceptance beyond providing bank details for the transfer. Please let us know how you would like to proceed. Sincerely, Williams & Associates, attorneys at law. I read it 3 times, showed it to Claire. $50,000, she said. Why? I don't know, I said. Guilt, therapy, trying to clear his conscience. What are you going to do? She asked. I thought about it. Thought about taking the money. Thought about what it would mean. I'm going to refuse it, I said. Why? She asked. Because I don't want anything from him, I said. Not money, not apologies, nothing. I'm done with that chapter of my life. Are you sure? She asked. $50,000 is a lot of money. I'm sure, I said. I typed a response. Thank you for reaching out. Please inform Mr. Prescott that I do not accept his offer. I wish him well, but I prefer to move forward without any connection to the past. Sincerely, Tom Fleming, I sent it. Claire looked at me. That's really letting go. I know, I said. I'm proud of you, she said. Thank you, I said. That night, we were having dinner when Claire asked me something. Tom, she said, do you think about them? Melissa and Brandon? Not really, I said. Sometimes, but not often. What do you think when you do? She asked. I hope they're okay, I said. I hope they learned. I hope they don't make the same mistakes. That's generous, she said. Maybe, I said. Or maybe I just don't care enough to hope for anything worse. She smiled. I think it's both. Probably, I said. Do you think they think about you? She asked. I don't know, I said. Maybe, but it doesn't matter. Why not? She asked. Because what they think about me doesn't define me, I said. What I think about myself, that's what matters. And what do you think about yourself? She asked. I think I'm someone who survived something hard, I said. Someone who made mistakes but learned from them. Someone who's building something better now. With me, she said. With you, I said. She reached across the table, took my hand. I love you, she said. I love you too, I said. 3 days later, I got another email from Melissa. Tom, I heard about Brandon's settlement offer, and I heard you refused it. I just wanted to say I think that was brave and smart. You don't need anything from him. You've built something better on your own. I'm doing well, really well. I have a good job now. I'm saving money. I'm even dating someone good, someone honest. I don't know if you care about any of this. But I wanted you to know, because I think you'd be happy for me, even after everything. I won't bother you again, but thank you for everything, for being the person who showed me what strength looks like. Take care, Melissa. I read it, closed the email, deleted it, didn't respond, because I didn't need to. That weekend, Claire and I drove out of the city. Spent 2 days at a cabin in the mountains. No internet, no phones, just us. We hiked, cooked meals together, sat by the fire at night, talked about the future, about whether we wanted to get married someday, about whether we wanted kids, about what kind of life we wanted to build. And for the first time, those conversations didn't feel scary. They felt exciting, like we were building something real, something lasting, something that was ours. On Sunday night, we drove back to the city, stopped for dinner at a small diner off the highway. We were finishing our meal when Claire looked at me. "Tom," she said, "I have something to tell you." "What?" I asked. "I love you," she said, "and I want to build a life with you, a real life, not just living together, but a real partnership." "I want that too," I said. "Good," she said, "because I'm all in. I'm choosing you, every day, for the rest of my life." "I'm choosing you too," I said. She smiled. "Then let's do this. Let's build something amazing." "We already are," I said. She kissed me, and in that moment, I realized something. I'd started this journey focused on revenge, on making them pay, on getting even, but I'd ended it with something better. I'd ended it with love, with peace, with a future, and that was the real victory. 2 months later, Claire and I were sitting in our apartment on a Tuesday night. She was working on a design project. I was reviewing schedules for work. My phone buzzed, a text from an unknown number. "Tom, it's Brandon. I know you refused the settlement. I respect that. I just wanted to say, I'm sorry for everything, and I hope you're happy. You deserve it." I read it, showed Claire. "Are you going to respond?" she asked. "No," I said. "Why not?" she asked. "Because there's nothing to say," I said. He apologized. I heard it. That's enough. I deleted the text, put my phone down, went back to work. A week later, I was walking through downtown during lunch when I saw them, Brandon and Melissa, together, sitting at an outdoor cafe, talking, laughing. I stopped, watched for a moment. They looked comfortable, easy, like old friends catching up, like they'd both moved on, like they were both okay. And I realized something. I was okay too. I'd spent so much time focused on what they'd taken from me, but I'd never stopped to think about what I'd gained. I'd gained clarity, self-respect, strength. I'd gained Claire, a new career, a new life. I'd gained everything that mattered, and they'd gained each other, maybe, or maybe just peace. Either way, it didn't matter, because I didn't need them to suffer. I just needed them to be gone from my life, from my thoughts, from my future. And they were. I walked away, didn't look back, went back to work, finished my day, drove home. Claire was in the kitchen making dinner. "How was your day?" she asked. "Good," I said. "Really good." "Yeah," she said. "Yeah," I said. I kissed her. "I love you," I said. "I love you too," she said. We ate dinner, watched TV, went to bed, and as I lay there in the dark, Claire asleep next to me, I thought about everything, about where I'd been, about where I was now, about the journey from rage to peace, about the cost of revenge and the value of letting go, and I realized something final. The papers had been on the table, Melissa had signed them, the divorce was final, the revenge was over, and I'd won. Not because they suffered, but because I survived, because I rebuilt, because I found something better. The next morning, I woke up before Claire, made coffee, sat on the couch, looked out at the city, watched the sun rise, and I felt complete. Not happy in some artificial way, not free from all pain or regret, just complete. Like a chapter had closed, like a new one was beginning, like I'd finally, truly moved on. I heard Claire stirring in the bedroom. She came out, smiled at me. "Morning," she said. "Morning," I said. She sat next to me, rested her head on my shoulder. "What are you thinking about?" she asked. "Nothing," I said. "And everything." "That's cryptic," she said. "I'm thinking about how lucky I am," I said, "to be here, with you, living this life." "We are lucky," she said. "Yeah," I said. "We are." She kissed my cheek. "Come on," she said. "Let's make breakfast." We got up, walked to the kitchen, started making eggs and toast, talked about our plans for the day, for the week, for the future, and as we stood there, cooking together, laughing about something stupid, I realized something final. This was it. This was what I'd been fighting for all along. Not revenge, not justice, not closure, just this. A normal morning, a good partner, a clean slate, a life worth living. And as I poured coffee for both of us, as Claire set the plates on the table, as we sat down to eat together, I thought one last time about Melissa and Brandon. about the affair that had started it all, about the divorce that had ended it, about the revenge that had consumed me, about the lessons I'd learned, and I thought, they're gone now, not from the world, but from my world. They exist somewhere, living their lives, making their choices, but they don't affect me anymore. They don't hurt me anymore. They don't matter anymore. Because I chose something better. I chose forward. I chose Claire. I chose myself. Claire looked up from her breakfast. "You okay?" she asked. "Yeah," I said. "I'm perfect." She smiled. "Good." We finished eating, cleaned up together, got ready for the day, and as I walked out the door, heading to work, heading to my future, I felt something I hadn't felt in over a year. Peace, real peace, the kind that comes from knowing you survived something that tried to break you, the kind that comes from knowing you're stronger now than you were before, the kind that comes from knowing you chose yourself when it mattered most. I got in my car, started the engine, drove toward work. The radio played something generic. Traffic was light, the sun was bright, everything was normal, everything was good. And as I pulled into the parking lot, as I turned off the engine, as I grabbed my bag and walked toward the building, I thought one final time about the papers. The divorce papers. The ones I'd printed that Tuesday afternoon.